Morning. I hope everybody's okay. Happy Sunday today. Let's praise the Lord and we thank Him for our things and how we are today. Right. My name is PEN 254, Mama Nation. I'm inviting a guest today and it's about dating somebody who does not love you the same. So I'm just going to wait for them to join in and then we can start the conversation. Her name is Pauline, and I'm just going to wait for her to join in. So, welcome, guys. I hope your week has been okay. Just briefly to update everybody, I've not been on because suddenly my work called me and I had to go in. I'm just going to test my mic as well to see it's working. My audio. Yeah, back to camera. I was just testing to see if my mic is working. So it is working. And let's reduce some of the volume here. And oops, yeah. Yeah, so my work called me recently. And okay, hello. How are you? Yeah, so my work called me recently and I was not able to video you. So, I mean, video for you guys. And thank you for joining me. I've got someone online, MWAKAZIS Fitness. That's my instructor, guys. I've been trying my best with him. You can join us on our YouTube and welcome here. So I'm just going to do an interview with a good friend of mine. Guys, please also remember to like and subscribe. And it's nice to see you guys and supporting me, everyone who's supporting me, who follows me, my friends here on YouTube, my friends. Now you've become my personal friends, and anybody else. And if you're new here, you're welcome. Today is Sunday, so I'm just going to keep it down. I went into London, just feeling a bit jack lag, you call it, tired. I had a fantastic time, so I videoed some stuff. So keep an eye for that. I'll be editing today. So I'm just going to wait to see my guest to join in. I've sent her the link and say hi, everybody. And if you can hear me, that's brilliant. See. So I hope everybody's okay. And I hope you're all keeping well, keeping safe. I'm okay, as you can see. So anyway, 1 week I went. I've been working. It's long hours. I get home. It's not that long, but it's 12 hours, let's say. So I come home, sleep, get up, go out again like that. So I haven't been in touch. I haven't watched some of your people, the people who follow me. I will be catching up today, one or two. But I'm just waiting to see if my guest obviously joins in. But if I can start slightly, it will be basically when you date someone and they don't give you back the same commitment. Obviously, dating can be very difficult, or marriages, but you have to push on and try to make it better because we're all born different and we all do different things. And we all look at things differently. But if you have a line in between, um, one person is here and you're here and you have a line in between, try to compromise. Obviously, if your other half is not backing down, we all are very strong personality. But if your person is not, let's say I'm a woman and there's a man. Obviously, a man is born to be the main man decision makes a decision to restaurants. Obviously, they're born with that. But as a woman, some of us are born very strong. Just slow it down, calm down a bit, and then work in between. Obviously, if it doesn't work out in between the like you, obviously you're not agreeing with your partner and you're a strong woman, you need then to leave it and try and work it out either that night. Don't sleep on it. If not, then resolve it the next day, but don't make it an issue on your relationships. You can also date some people who at first they're very nice and they give you everything and they make you happy. Obviously when you have a new relationship, it's always sweet, but then when it comes to knowing them, maybe after 2 to 3 months, red flags come in. They can become controlling. They can start abusing you, and you've sort of have this in your mind that you love them. And I think some people, I guess it's just joining me here. So I guess some people, they usually think that this is a good thing, but these are signs of there's going to be trouble in the future. Um, and hello, Pauline. I'm just explaining something. Hi, morning. My guest
Hi,
was
good.
yeah. So
Hi,
just
good morning.
yeah. So I just finish off. So some people can actually be a bit controlling, and you think this is love and everything. So
Yeah.
I've invited my guest today. Her name is Pauline. She does have actually a YouTube channel. It's called Wamwakazi Family. If I spell it for you, it's M for mother, W for whiskey, A for Alpha, K for Kilo, A for Alpha, Z for Zulu, I for Indigo, and there's a S for Sierra at the end. So MWAKAZIS. It's a family channel. She's absolutely fantastic. Some of us, we've had some African experience with her. She lives in Kenya. I'm Kenyan, but I live in the UK. So I've invited her because the topic, like I said, you can love somebody and um, they don't love you back the same. So I'm just going to let her in and she can introduce herself a bit more and then we can start this, Pauline. Good morning, Pauline. Nice to see you this morning. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining me. Yeah. And you're welcome to my channel anytime. So it's all yours now.
Hi, thank you so much, Penny, for letting me come in, and I'm so humbled. I'm Pauline of
Hmm.
MWAKAZIS family. Most
Hmm.
of the people know MWAKAZIS witness. They actually don't know MWAKAZI family. Yeah, so I'm MWAKAZI family. Yeah.
So you've obviously called so Wamwakazi, I did say, was my fitness instructor. We do a Zoom, and
Mhm.
Pauline is actually married to him, and that's her partner. And but then she's family, so they are both MF. But Wamwakazi Fitness is only for fitness channel, and obviously this family one, it's their family, and she does all kinds of things. They introduce their family. They talk of all sorts of things, especially to do with Kenya, old time. Pauline is quite good, interviews people. So I'll give it to you. So literally, I just want to start. Before you met, obviously, Wamakazi, you had
Yeah.
a relationship. Um, just talk us through how you met, and what happened, and where they were from, and how you felt, and how come you were in this relationship.
Okay. Um. So when I was a young girl, I used to love, admire, also see most of the people who have the whites as their husbands or as a wife. But I never thought in my life that I will ever date a white. And so I used to see it in the view of modeling, because most of the girls who used to go and model, they will end up being married by whites. So personally, I've loved modeling ever since I was a small girl, since primary school, lower school. I loved to do modeling in the counties and also in schools. So I grew up knowing modeling is my thing, and so it made me feel good about it, and my parents knew it also, because all the time we'd fight with them about modeling on Sundays, going to some hotel and showcasing what I know best about modeling, and so things went up like that. So when I finished college, I started looking for an agency that would take me for modeling classes or train me more about how to model. And once I got it, I told my mom, I've got this agency and they're willing to take me anytime from Monday. So I have to leave. And where I live is Meru. I live in Meru. I don't live in the city. So I had to travel. But not the phobia my parents had was who are you going to stay with? But I told them I have to stay in my brother's house. Since he doesn't stay there anymore, but he comes, I will just stay there and be under him. So they accepted. I came to Nairobi and I joined an agency where I would go model, showcase all the things that they want me to showcase. And then when when there is a job or there is a event that coming up, I would go and do it for them. So as we went on doing that for almost some few months, then we got an modeling job that came up from East African showcasing, car showcasing. So I did it, and it was all about fashion. And being the tiny one in the group of all those ladies there, it was like people had seen gold. I was so tiny and skinny. In fact, I was so skinny. So people thought I'm tiny, but I'm not tiny. I was so skinny. And if you didn't fit in my clothes, you're just pulled off. You know where to go. So most of the people admired my body. They were like, "Oh, I'd like to be like you." So most of the people would push themselves to the judges or the owners of the agency. But for me, I was like, that naive girl who was just there to do what you're supposed to do. I don't want to mingle myself with these judge and other people's things. So I just wanted to stay back and let my body talk to people. So in the verge of doing all that, one guy came and he was a white, and he said, I would like to interview you and ask you questions. What do you eat for your body to be this small? What do you do? Do you do workout? Do you eat certain food? And I'm like, no, that's my body. I was born like that. In fact, in our family, we are all small. Because if you see my mom, she's also small. And the guy was like, wow, I like it. So can we talk more? Can we catch up and do more? In fact, he started helping me on how to get outside the country to do modeling in the internationals now. And I was so happy about it. And I wanted so much to appear in so many magazines. I would like to go to London and be a model. I would like to go to the US. So now I was seeing my dream come true, and I was happy about it. So we kept on talking with this guy. To some point, I don't know what happened, but I stopped talking to him and I went mute. So the next event came in and he was still there. He came back to Kenya and we spoke again. I told him I went back to school. So that's why we couldn't talk much about the modeling thing. So because my parents wanted me to focus on my studies. But that's a lie I had to tell, so that he won't get mad at me if he was to support me go outside the country for modeling. And now we started talking more. He started supporting me, telling me, you need to go for classes. He took me for some classes to model, how to walk, how to pose, how to express yourself. But I'm a shy person, so talking was an issue because, being a Marian, talking, you shrubbing those small words. So I was not like open to talking, but to doing in action, I was the best. So in the verge of knowing each other, modeling, going to classes, pushing me, making me wear certain dress code, like you need to look like a model, you have to wear short clothes. I didn't know. Slowly he was changing me to be a wife, and he was a nice person to me. He was good. So he would take me places and I would enjoy myself out. And no, we became friends. After friends, now we started dating. Slowly but slowly, each and every after 3 months, he comes to Kenya. Now, this is not on modeling thing, but now coming to Kenya for me. So he'd come to Kenya, we would go places, I would take him home. He was a nice guy. My parents appreciated him. But I had an issue. My mom has never thought of me bringing a white in the family. And being me, I had promised myself that I'll never be married by a Kikuyu. I'll never be married by Meru. In fact, I'll never be married by a person who comes from the same tribe like me. And Meru people are so good, but the guys, when it comes to men, it's a different world because if you be married by a Meru, then you have a long way to go. These people, they have their own culture that they don't break at all. So for me, Amiru, Akikuyu, it was a no-go zone. Akamba was a no-go zone. And no, I thought I want to be married by someone who has a different culture like me, so that at least I'll feel good about it. And so my parents were okay, but not the problem. The communication issue, no, the issue was communication between my mom and this guy. My mom is not, she's not all that learned, but she's smart. Sure. So my brother told my mom, if Sonny be married, they call me Sonny at home. If Sonny, you let Sonny be married by this white guy, he's going to bring you rose flowers for dowry, And my mom was so scared. How can a man bring for me rose flowers for dowry for my daughter? No, 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 that can't work. And I was like, okay, mom, it's just a joke. Just leave it. It's nothing. But the way he loved my family, the way he was, my family accepted him was another thing. So I decided to take him to my grandmom, where I did. I took him to my grandmom, but my grandmom was like, oh my God, you've just brought for me a cat in my family, not the eyes and the white skin. And my grandma being old, she was like, how am I even going to talk to my son-in-law now? How am I going to speak to him? So my grandmom was like, no, but if you chose him, it's okay for us. We'll support you and we'll love him, which he was loved. And so he felt at home, because anytime he would come, he would just sometimes go to Shags, the village, and stay with my parents for 2 to 3 days and then come back to Nairobi. But now, when things became, when we became more so of together, like when he proposed to me, there was something that happened on that day. So he came to Kenya and told me, babe, I'm coming to Kenya, and we have to meet your parents again. Now I have to tell them the intentions why I do come to Kenya, because as a person, I want you to be my wife. I'm like, okay, if that's good for you, okay, I'm okay, I'm happy. And being an African woman now, the love and the way, the way you go with someone who is not of your color to the supermarket or walk around the town, and people start calling you, they're like, everyone, hey, you, hey, hey. And now you can't buy even anything, because people think now you have this money. People think you have money. You pass through somewhere and people start calling you with all sorts of name. Ati, that guy has bought you. You're following him because he has money. All sorts of name. And I was getting scared, but I never showed him the bad side of it. When he asked me something about where people like telling you bad things or telling you something, I'll tell him, no, they're happy to see an African woman with a white, of which to the other side it was not that. So I told him, okay, fine, then I'll take you to my parents. But before I take you to my parents, then you have to do the necessary as a man. Let me see that you're so interested to marry me. Not just telling me you want to marry me by words, but in your actions, you're not there. It's another story. So he was like, what do you mean? I told him, just think about it. Let me know if you're settled, if you're sure, if you want everything to be on that direction. Then for us Africans, we take marriage very serious. It's not just like you marry today and then 2 weeks divorced. I don't want that. And it was okay, fine. So he just sat down and thought about him now being serious and taking me to my parents, and him going to my parents. And I was happy about it. So I told my friends, some were happy, some were like, I don't like the guy. He's so like into you so much. He doesn't want friends around. May it be a female, may it be a male. Even my brothers, he was not too into my brothers. So anytime he'd see me converse with my brother, he was getting scared. Like, maybe this one is not the brother, as she says, and I don't want to lose her. So he became insecure with whoever I'm talking to. I go to work, he's calling like 20 times in a day. So I'm like, am I going to work, or am I going to sit down and now start chatting with you on WhatsApp. And the girl was like, oh, I just wanted to know if you're okay. I have to take care of you. I promised your mom I want to be a good husband. And now I told him, no, being a good husband doesn't mean you have to keep on calling me 20 times a day. I'll be fired. And the guy was like, it's okay. I won't call you again. Let me give you time to work. 20 minutes, he's calling again. And then I started getting bored. So weekend came. He had to show me he loves me. So we went to some Galitos to have some lunch. And now on the streets of Nairobi, the guy popped out the ring like, will you marry me? And I was like, yay, I'm happy. An African girl being married now, finally. I was so happy about it. The guy engaged me, and it was good. An hour was not over. Oh my God, we just got in the garage. No, he proposed outside on the streets of Nairobi, where so many people saw it. And now we went to inside the garito to have lunch. So we ordered our lunch, and he told me, okay, give me a minute, let me go to the washroom. I was like, okay, cool. So in the verge of him going to the washroom, I was left seated there eating. Some two white guys came and they sat on the next bench. And I was not even bothered. I was not even interested in checking or looking at them, but I saw their whites, you see. The guy came back and you're looking at them, they're talking to you, and you're showing them interested. You just forgot it, just engaged you. And I'm like, where is this coming from? I've not even looked at them. Even I don't know what tribe they are. I've not even spoken to them, or even they have not even showed any interest to speak or talk to me. So what's the problem? And the guy was so mad. He took a bottle of soda that we had just and hit me so hard on my head. And I was like, oh, you just engaged me and now you've started beating me up. Huh? I'm like, I just got mad. I told him, I don't want your lunch anymore. I need to go home. And I walked out. So he followed me and told me, oh, baby, I'm sorry. I got so tempered. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. And forgive me. And I told him, no, you don't have to do that to me because of anyone coming around me and sitting near me or just being around me. You think they're talking to me or they want me. That's so bad. But I don't think I'll ever do a night or lunch dinner dates anymore with you. So the guy became mad and he was like, I'm sorry, I'll do anything you want. I told him it's not about money. All I want is love, nothing more. I'm not asking for your money. If you think you're not going to love me the way I'm supposed to be loved, just leave it.
Can I just,
forgave.
yeah, can I
Yeah.
just interrupt there because I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Before the obviously that happened, how old was he, if you don't mind to say, and how old were you? Because the gap difference, it seems like maybe you were young and naive, and how was it a large gap? Was it 2 years difference? Was it 10 years difference? Was it 5 years?
The guy was 30, I think 31. He was young. The
Mm-hmm.
guy was 31, and I was at my 26. I think
Okay.
26, 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
okay,
was
carry
we
on.
were
Yeah.
young. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I've forgiven you. I hope it's not going to happen next time. And he told me, okay, sure. Thank you for forgiving me. I love you. I'll treat you well in front of people and I won't do these dramas anymore. I'm like, okay, fine. So I just stayed home. I told him I don't want more of the engagement thing, lunch, treats. Let me just be home. I just want to stay alone. He told me, no, we can go out again, have lunch in a more different area now, in another mall. And at least there people don't know you. I'm like, okay, fine. So where I used to stay, right behind us, there was a mall, Garden City. There was a big mall. We went there. We had our lunch. We stayed until late. We did some movies. We did some wine and everything. Now the issue was, personally, as a Pauline, an African woman, my family we do take wine over festive seasons. We would just buy wines and have fun over Christmas. Any other time we go home. And I'm the last born in the family, so I'm young. So my mom was not too much onto why are you drinking alcohol, because now I was old and I'm the only young daughter, so she was not mad at it. So we would do it as a family. But when we go out, I used to have fun more. Like, I have to go out with my friends, drink, party every Monday to Friday. We are party. I became now a party person. But when this guy came to Kenya, I would tell him I don't drink at all. Because and he had told me he's not supposed to take alcohol. You see, like the way a vampire comes and once the vampire smells blood, he will be like, he wants more of it. So to him, I showed him I don't drink so that he doesn't drink. But one day I felt, why don't I just let him taste Kenyan alcohol, maybe Tusker, Guinness, for him to enjoy? At least he will say, I ever tasted Kenyan beer. And I told him, let me take you out. Let me treat you. Let's go somewhere. I show you something good. So I took him to one of the joints in town, bought him a bottle of Tusker. And I told him, I want you to taste 3 beers in Kenya and you tell me which one is good for you or which one would you prefer. So I bought him Tusker, Guinness, and there's one, I can't remember. Yeah, the 3 of them. He took the Guinness. It was like, it's bitter. I didn't like it. He took the Tusker. He was also, it's not my thing. So he's more used to wine than beer. I was like, okay, good. So we went back home and he was like, baby, why don't you go to the mall, get something to eat for dinner and then buy some drink and maybe you can taste something. I'm like, I don't drink at all. I don't like alcohol. And he was like, okay, baby, please, let's do this. Just for me, I told him, okay, fine. We can get Black Eyes, 1 bottle, 1 can for me. I'm done. I was like, okay, we went to the mall. So we used to buy food more often because I didn't have a refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to buy food every time. And whatever came in his mind, that's what he bought. So I hardly cooked for him because he loved cooking. Most of the things I wouldn't eat, and now that's where fight was coming in. I wouldn't eat shrimps. I don't want to eat rabbit meat. I don't want to eat. Okay, some food he
That,
was
yeah,
eating.
yeah,
Yeah. And for me, I'm used to eating rice, githeri,
yeah.
chicken, chips, but these other foods, shrimps, whatever, it was just nauseating me. So if he bought food and I don't want to eat, he would get mad. So I have to look for a way to make him happy apart from food. And no, I accepted to take the wine. So we bought the bottle for wine for him, and I bought the Black Eyes for myself. So he drank, and the minute he saw me open the can and drank it, and I just gave just a small reaction that it's not bad. I don't know why I don't like alcohol. And now the guy became like, oh, so you can drink alcohol. You're just pretending here, I'm like, I can't finish this can. It's too much for me. Let me just be me. I don't want it. You just drink it. I'll be fine. So the guy became more of drinking. I just go to work. He goes to the mall, buys a 5-liter box of wine, and he would drink so much. So the attention shifted from him being a man now to who he had promised to love to become now a more of a drinking person.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell him anything, he's like, he has to talk to me when he's drunk. He can't be sober. And now the insecurities became too much. He knew where I was working, and you'd take a taxi from home in shorts, slippers, and a vest and come to where I work. I want to see my wife. I want to see my wife. And I'm like, you don't have to do that. No, I don't want people to touch you. I want you to be only for me, And so a lot happened, and my boss gave me a warning about it. Next time something of this drama happening, I'll just let you go. And I was like, I'm sorry. It won't
So
happen.
so can I just say, so how long were you dating this guy? Like you said, the first time he hit you with a bottle,
Yeah.
how long were you dating him before that happened? Because that would be a sign for people who don't understand that being in a relationship, you want to be committed to this guy because he's promised you marriage, but you're trying to convince yourself that that's a one-off. How do you differentiate knowing that you still went back and he hit you with a bottle on your face? Because what if he scarred you or something like that?
Okay. One thing I knew is this guy had tempers, but I never thought the temper would be something small. And dating for an year with him, I dated him for an year before that happening now.
Okay.
Him proposing to me and hitting me with a bottle, because I've never seen that ever before. And as I said, he was a nice guy. So I never saw that coming. No, until when he started drinking and the insecurity started now, the red flags now started clicking in. I was like, why am I even doing this? I have to leave this guy. So he came, we stayed, and when his vacation, the 1 month period he was supposed to be in Kenya, ended, I told him, I don't think I'm going to do this anymore because you're drinking too much. And I wish I listened to your dad. Now, the dad used to call me, but no, because of the language barrier, he would speak only what language do people in Brussels speak? The
Dutch.
Belgian people.
Dutch.
Yeah.
Dutch. Yeah.
He would speak Dutch. I
Mhm.
wouldn't understand, and no, conversing me and him was a problem. So the only person who we would use to communicate is him. So his dad would tell him something, he tells me. I tell him something, he tells his dad, because in the family he's the only person who was speaking English, and one of their cousins. So those are the only people who would help us translate and understand each other. But now he would tell me, when his dad said that he's an alcoholic and he should not drink alcohol, he never translated that to me and told me that his dad has said, I hope you're not an alcoholic person. So me, and I told him, me, I don't drink. So we stayed, the guy, I told him, now you have to go to the village, stay with my grandmom a little bit, get to know of my culture. Let me just focus to work, because now my bosses have become tough on me. So the guy and my elder brother and the guy went to stay in the village for 2 weeks. He came back and he's like, I can't stay in that place. The place is dirty. I can't do what you want me to do, And I'm like, if you see my family dirty, or if you see my village life, village, how it looks, shags, where your grandparents stay, doing with the cows, you have goats, you have chicken, if you see that dirty, then you can't stay with me. And he was like, I'll do it for you, but with your parents, not your grandma. I don't want that. And I was like, okay, fine. Then you won't go there next time. And I promised that he won't go there. So the guy came, went to my mom, spoke with my mom, and Mommy, I want to marry your daughter. And my mom, no, they settled up. He paid whatever he was supposed to pay. And now I knew, wow, Pauline is set to be married by this guy. And it was okay. So the guy used to come to Kenya more often. After 2 months, he's in Kenya. After a month, he's in Kenya. He goes, comes back 2 months. Just anyhow, no, he felt now he's home. He has married a person. Now he told me, we have to do a wedding. We have to do the Kenyan wedding. And when we go back to Belgium, we have to do a Belgium wedding. And I'm like, first in Kenya, you have to do the traditional wedding. And then we do a wedding that you want. And then we will do another wedding in your country. And it's fine. I have no problem with all that. How much is it? I'm like, for me, if you ask me about paying dowry, the weddings, I won't know. But if you ask me about my gown, my ring, my shoes, your whatever, the food, maybe we can start organizing something small people eat. Because I don't want a big wedding. I just want something small, only for me. In fact, I was so much settled into only a family thing, Unlike other girls, African girls who want to be married and now they want a big wedding to show people I'm being married. And I just want something small. Family and a few friends, maybe 20, 30 people, I'm okay with it. And I told him I want a wedding on a Monday. I want a wedding on a Monday, because not everyone will attend the wedding. I was that bad.
Yeah, so you want it really, really small.
Yeah, I wanted it small, because if you put a wedding on a Monday, so many people will be going to work,
Yeah.
And it will be hard to ask your boss for permission to attend a wedding on a Monday.
Yeah.
So I just wanted that to be on a Monday. So I was specific. I want a wedding on a Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and I want 30 people only. So
Mhm.
among the 30 people, if you feel that you can't attend that wedding on a Monday, then you're out. So the number will be
Less.
not because there was no money. There was money, but I didn't want anything to do
Yeah.
with it. Yeah.
Hmm.
So the guy was okay, fine, whatever you say. I'm okay. I'm okay. So one day, as we were just preparing everything, no, I started have insomnia. I couldn't sleep. And one thing I learned about this guy, he can't function without medicine. I don't know what kind of disease he had, or it was a lifestyle. I didn't know, because once you eat, you have to go to the washroom. You have to use medicine to go to the washroom. You have to use medicine to calm yourself down. You have to take medicine to sleep. And I was like, are you sick? Maybe we need to go for a checkup before anything. Now, I was so conscious on myself, because now the way I started seeing his behaviors, now I was becoming like, wait a minute, I don't want to marry a person who is a drug addict. Like all the time, it's drugs, in and out. So one day I was having insomnia, and I told him, I'm so stressed about all this wedding thing. Why don't I just give me your pills, or maybe let's go and buy a sleeping pill, and then I'll be fresh the next day. Do you know, the guy dragged me up? He gave me his pills. I slept for 2 good days without waking up. I slept. I slept that night. The next day, the whole day, he tried waking me up. I can't wake up. The next day, and now that's when he became tensed. He thought he has killed me. I can breathe and everything. And now he called my brother and told him, your sister took some pills and she's sleeping, she's breathing, she's fine, but she's not waking up. Now he got tensed. So he was told, you have to go to the chemist, check something there, ask those people if they can help you with something to neutralize him and high and everything. So the pill was too small. He just broke it into a quarter. So I just took a quarter of it. But now, by the time he came back, he just found me up. I was so hungry, and I'm like, what? That was a very deep sleep. And he was so tense. I got a guy who was like so much tense, and he told me, oh, baby, I'm sorry for what happened. You've been sleeping for 2 days. I don't know what to tell your parents. I was been up and down. Never do that. No, he started blaming me. Why am I pranking him? Like, sleep for all those days without waking up. And I'm like, I'm not pranking. You gave me the medicine. So what do you want me to do? So I realized whatever drugs he was taking was had. It was something so serious, because if he can take such drugs and sleep only for 2 to 3 hours and he's up, and may sleep for 2 days, then this is dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think they're not, those are not medicine pills, because they don't do that to you. So there must have been some
Mm-hmm.
kind of drug like ecstasy or something that he's
Yeah.
taking, because we've had that where young girls have taken these tablets, and
Mm-hmm.
quarter of it is usually strong and the other quarter is light. Some have actually passed away. Like they don't come back. They go into a coma and that's it. So it looks like as if he's given you not his medication from a doctor, because they don't give you something to make you sleep or something like that. He's probably
Mm-hmm.
taking a drug that you didn't know what it was. Maybe, a legal drug. We call them here class A. Like cocaine, we call
Wow.
them class A, yeah, or class B actually. Those tablets are known as class B. So those are something that he takes, maybe even when
Mhm.
he was drinking, his behavior was changing, because
Yeah.
you can have an alcoholic. Africans, even when you walk in the street, when you used to see a man walking, well, for me, when I see a man walking from side to side, he's taken changa. Changa is a very strong brew. You understand? So you
Yeah.
understand. But if you take beer, you don't usually stagger. Usually, you're just like, oh, you're slow in your pace, and and like that. So maybe he's given you something strong. You're thinking they are medication, but anyway, yeah. So carry on. So I also wanted to ask you now, in all of this now. So you're in like 2 years relationship. Did you really
Yeah.
love this guy, or was it because he was white you were feeling you wanted him? Which one was it? Did you, because it seems like the red flags were already there, and the terms of when you dated him. Now you're telling me, because I've never known the story, is
Yeah.
When he hits you with a bottle, because I know for a fact when someone hits you first, they, you can forgive, but it
Yeah.
depends on how they did it, because anger can come out. Even sometimes a man can talk and you slap them like keep quiet or something, but that's your anger coming out, which is the mental health I tell so many people. But
Mhm.
then you say I forgive you and one more time. But as you carried on, when you tell me this story, it seems like you seem to love him more than he actually cared for you, if you know what I mean. He just saw you
Yeah.
as a possession. Possession is like now my mobile. When I have my mobile, where's my mobile? Oh my God, I'm going crazy. So it
Yeah.
looks like he's putting you in this category. I think when he met you, he might have loved you, but it seems to have changed somehow. But let me let you carry on. Yeah. So then I think he's used something different from his prescription drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, if I can answer what you just asked, is for me, it was not because he was white,
Mm.
and it's not because of what he was giving me or trying to put me in the modeling thing. But for me, I wanted to show him you can love someone without even that money, for who he was and the challenges that he had. But I thought if I love him, it's going to change for me, you know he's going to change. So I try to show him it's all about love. It's not all about money. It's not all about drinking or having these fancy things. It's all about love. So if I show him I love you, then he will stop all this nonsense and start focusing on the marriage thing that he wanted.
Mm.
But for him, previously, when the first days when we used to meet, he loved me so much. Like, yeah, he loved me. But
Okay.
now things started changing when now he came to Kenya, and so, oh, I want this girl. I was a lady who was dressing shorts. I was into fashion all the time, anytime. And how I would dress short dresses, short skirts, and boob tops and everything. He was not scared. Like, she is a model. So many people, just the way I saw her, someone else will see her and she would just go with someone else. And now the guy he started behaving in a bad manner that he became insecure. He just wants me for him alone, not even my family. He doesn't want to see my family next to me or anything. Uh, so back to the drugs. I woke up, I just came to learn this guy is not what I think he is. And I have to look for a way to just detach myself away from him. I just want to be away from him, but I didn't want to show him directly. So I had to look for a way that we start issues up, me and him, so that we just fight and we just break up. Like, I want time, we just go, I just want my time. But to him, that one never happened. He was like, even if we fight, you still remain mine. You're not going anywhere. And I was, okay, fine. So I'll just give you more chance to do what you want, but not alcohol anymore. Was like, okay, fine. So if I'm there, not drinking alcohol. Once I go to work, alcohol comes in. So one time we just pushed on, and one day now it was festive season, Christmas again. He went to his country, came back, and told me, I have to get gifts. Okay, as in Kenya, we are not gift people. Like, Christmas, you just do boxing and boxing. That's like
Yeah.
uh, we don't have here in Africa like so much. Not all the families have the boxing and boxing thing. So he told me I have to go and bring gifts for the family. The guy went, came back with so much, like so much, so many clothes, so many kids' gifts, so many adult gifts, and we now gifted the family and everyone who was coming. We were gifting them. And he told me, Mom, right now, I understand how you people, your culture do, you don't do the gifting thing. But as a family, we bought a gift and gave it to him. The African attires and everything, we give that as a gift because I'd prepared my mom about it. So we just gave her some our African culture gifts, and he was happy. So we spent the Christmas there. He enjoyed alcohol. I told my brother about it, but me and my elder brother, we are so close. So I'd told him about it because even speaking our native language, like my mother tongue. to any of my family was becoming an issue. So if I wanted to say anything to my family, I would do it when he's not there, or maybe text, and just give what I want to tell without him knowing what I'm saying. Because if I speak my mother tongue, he would be so upset. So we enjoyed our Christmas and we went back because I had to work on 27th of December. We went back to Nairobi with him, and now drinking continued. Now he started misbehaving and showing me all sorts of drama. New Year Eve was here. I'm like, baby, now we love doing the fireworks. We eat out and do all the crazy things to usher in the new year. And it was like, why don't we just do the two of us in the house? I'm like, okay. So we went bought the fireworks thing. Those things we bought them. We bought some food, and he bought a bottle of wine for himself, and we enjoyed. So my mom called me to know, how are you, my daughter and my son? How are you doing? Like, you guys, you okay? Now, my mom is not conversant in English. She can't speak like fluent English, but she will speak like breaking, then Swahili breaks, then mother tongue English, like that, mixing everything up. And the guy got mad. Like, why are you speaking that language? I thought you promised. I'm like, this is my mom I'm talking to. Just like the way your father calls and you speak Dutch with him and you explain to me what he says. So why is it like when my mom calls me, speaks Swahili to me because she's comfortable with that, and then I translate to you, why do you get mad? And I'm like, I don't want that. I have to put your mom in school. I want to put your mom in school to learn, and she must know how to talk to me. So how are we going to talk when she doesn't know to speak English? Even the simplest thing. But he has forgotten also his English is not even the best. And like it's like an insult telling me you have to put my mom back to school for English. That's an insult. And he's like, oh, sorry, in our country, if someone can't speak proper language, you put him in school. And I'm like, no, you don't come to do your lifestyle in our country. If you want that to happen to me, take me to your country and teach me what your country does. But when you come to Africa, just leave it at that. And he was like, okay, I'm sorry. So the conversation was over, and the guy now became more violent now. He started smashing everything, wiping the tables. You know how there are glasses, plates, and everything on the table. Maybe you're having dinner, and he sweeps it off all on the floor. He goes to the kitchen cabinets and he sweeps everything, breaks everything, start breaking the bulbs. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? No, you can't be speaking to your mother in that language. And I don't like the way your brother is talking to you. I don't want that. And I'm like, no, what's wrong with that? They just call to know how we are. It's the new year eve, you're ushering in, and you're starting to behave like this. And he's like, no, I don't want that. I don't want them to call you. I don't want this and this to happen. So I just want you for me. I don't want you to talk to those people. They're making you bad. I'm like,
Wow.
this is my family. You're talking to my family like that. I don't think I'm safe now. I have to leave you. Now, the minute I told this guy I'm leaving you, his senses came back and he's like, oh, baby, I'm sorry. I don't do that. I'm like, no, I'm used to this nonsense. I don't want it. And he was like, forgive me. I think I've become too much to you. I don't want to lose you. If you just leave me, I'll just die. So at some point, he even took a knife. He just wanted to stab himself. I told him, if you're going to do that in front of me, no, I don't want you to die in our country. Please go and do it in your country. Die there, but not here.
Wow.
And now I called my brother about it, and he told me, you don't have to be rude or harsh to him. Just try and sympathize with him. Make him feel comfortable. Once he leaves the country, now you can tell him never to come back. And I was like, okay, fine. So I started begging him, oh, don't do that. It will be bad. I'm here to stay. I won't leave you. I'm just here, baby. I'll do anything. And now his temper started coming down. And he told me, don't do that. If you leave me, or if you get another guy, a black person, I'll just kill myself. I'll just die. I just want to die for you. And I'm like, okay, fine. So we slept on that. Drama came the next day. New Year is here, and 2016. I'm like, why don't we just go for lunch at the mall? It's the New Year lunch, so why don't we just go and catch some good food? So the guy, okay, this guy never knew a lot about technology. Well, you can withdraw money with your Visa card in Kenya. You can send money on WhatsApp, on
M-Pesa.
M-Pesa. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can use all the methods to send money, to receive money, or to send money. So the dad used to send me money via Western Union with my details, not his details. So the father could send like 50,000 in a day. He would send 100K in a day.
Wow.
Like he sends money today, he doesn't send tomorrow, the next day he sends. So after every one day, he used to send me money. And he used to know that I've been sent money by the dad because I never even cheated or told him that I'll write about it. So I'll tell him, your dad sent me some money, we have to go and withdraw. So this guy had money in his account, but how to remove the money, he never knew it. I knew how to, but I never wanted to show him I know. So I would just let him keep his money. If he feels that he has money that he wants to chip in any bills, he's fine. I don't have to push him. But now when it comes to rent, food, and everything, he used to pay it all to even 2 months, 3 months in advance. And now he told me, I want to eat something good, but I don't have money. So the dad had sent him 50,000 Kenyan shillings. And we went to the mall. We went to the Western Union. We withdrew our money. We were given 50K. And he told me, no, let's get something good to eat. And I told him, baby, I don't understand why you don't want to use your money when your dad, you have to keep on telling your dad to send you money. And let me show you how we do it. If your card is a Visa, no, he showed me, no, this is my bank and I can't use it. So useless in Kenya. I told him, no, if you see the name Visa, actually you can use it in any country. Just go there, put it and put your number, your PIN number, and you will have money. And like, can we try? And I'm like, okay, let's try. So we went to the ATM. He put his card. He did the transaction and he withdrew 20,000. And I was like, you see, you have your money. Now, I think it would be good if your dad sends you money to your account and then you can withdraw it personally on this other side without involving me much onto it. Because anytime the dad would send money and we have money, he would start insulting me, like insults. I won't sleep for 2 days because of money. Money has been sent, no, it's insult. Oh, you want me for my money, you want me for this, you want me. But if I'm not there, he will buy me all the things with the same money he's insulting me for. He will buy for me things that even I don't want, things I've never even seen, things that I even don't, I'm not even conversant to. I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? He's insulting me for the money, but all that money will just end in me, you know. And I was okay, fine. So I showed him, went booked food. He asked for some burger and fries, and I asked for some shawarma. So my food tend to be like 200 more than his. And that's where drama came in. Oh, you're
Just wait.
eating it.
Let me just stop you there. What you ordered? What? What?
Shawarma. It's
What is
like
this?
a shawarma is it's like a pocket pizza, something like bread, and
Okay,
then
pizza bread. Okay.
put, yeah, pizza bread,
Yeah.
and then put some meat and
Meat.
everything.
Yeah, yeah. Just like a pizza and it's folded and toasted. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
that's what
Mhm.
that's, yeah. So
Okay.
I had shawarma. He had some burgers and fries. So for me, I have love for shawarma. So I asked for shawarma and some smoothie,
Mm-hmm.
and he was okay with some cocktail juice and burger and fries. So as we were eating, he told me, "Baby, you want some more, something else more?" I'm like, "I'm a poor feeder. I don't eat a lot, so I'm okay with this." And he was like, "Okay, okay." So when the bill came, my food was more expensive. Like it was like his is 1,000, mine is 1,200 shillings. The guy became mad. Like, how can you eat expensive food like more than me? And it's me who's paying. You don't have to be like that. I was like, wait, I just ordered for something. You told me to order, and you're here complaining because of 200 shillings. Only $2. You're complaining. He became mad. He started shouting, "You'll have to pay. Now that you've seen my money, now you want me to pay." Yeah, drama unfolded and in front of people, and it's New Year. I felt like I can't take this anymore. Okay, I told him, "I'm sorry about it. Just pay your food. I'll pay my own food." "Oh, you're talking like that because you've just been paid. You have money." And I was like, "Not because I'm just paid, because I have my own money. As a woman, I have my money. I don't depend on you. You don't give me transport, so I have to pay." And now he started telling me, "I know you've been given money by a Kenyan man, a man who is black." And I'm, "No, nothing. I have my own money. I work. Don't forget that. I work. I can pay my bills. I can eat whatever I want. And you're not going to do me anything. Just pay your own food. I'll pay." Now I called the waiter, and he told the waiter, "If you take money from this woman, I'm going to smash you and kill you right here." And when all this drama is happening, people are looking at us, and I'm like, "You're embarrassing me in front of people. Why don't I? Okay, let me do this. Let me pay all the food, and then we go home and sort that difference out at home." "No, I have to pay. I'm the man here. I'm your husband. I have to pay. But you can't be eating expensive food than me." And I'm like, "Okay, sorry. Next time I won't order for that. I won't eat." Now I started getting bored, and I felt, now if I go to this person's country, he's going to finish me there. So I'd rather stick to my country and be me. I don't care what people will say. I don't care what the society will say. "Oh, Pauline, you're married by a white man. He left you for another cheap woman." And I'm like, I don't care. In fact, even my mom knows. I don't care. Whatever will happen, let it be.
Mhm.
That night, drama went on. Now this time he started even breaking things in the house. Now, like, took the TV, smashed it. He took all the photos that we had put on a frame. He broke them off. And now I started screaming. Don't forget, it's New Year, so there is no one in the whole estate. We are in an estate that everyone went to their village to celebrate. They're out celebrating. Now we are only 3 people in that whole estate. And in my block, we were only 2, me and him. The other person was a lady who had given birth just a few days ago, and now she had a small baby, and she was living in house number 1. And I'm in the 5th floor with him. And the next person who was there now was the watchman, the soldiers, and
Yeah.
they're at the gate. So there is no way I can be saved. So this guy caught my neck, took me to the balcony, and now tried to push me down.
Wow.
And I'm like, "Why do you want to kill me?" I started crying and shouting, "I'm sorry, I won't do that." No, he's like, "No, you want to go and be married by a black? You want to do this to me? You want to leave me?" And he's holding me like I'm choked already. I can't even breathe. I'm trying to just like push my legs and hands to fight him, but the more I tried, the more he.
He
So I
pushed.
just gave up. Yeah, I just told him, you want to kill me? Go ahead. I've let you. I won't fight you anymore." So he pushed me, and the more he pushed me, I'd scream. No, I stopped even screaming to some point. Like, I'm done. I want to die. I accept it for myself. Let me just die if that's what you want. So
Wow. Wow.
yeah. So the guy was
That's
like,
yeah, but that's I don't know what to say. I'm just stunned by that. It's like the signs were there, but even like the
mm-hmm.
smashing of things, whose things was he smashing? Was it his one who bought them the TV? Were they your stuff? Who is it?
When he came into my life, I had my own things. Like
Mm-hmm.
I had picked things from my brother's house, because when my brother married, my small brother, when he married, now they had things from the wife and his. So whatever they sorted out and they didn't want, they gave it to me to start my own house. But now, by the time I was doing all this, now that's when this guy was in the picture, came to the picture, and he was like, "Get a house and pay for the house and everything." But to me, I'd already paid the house. So I had a house, but I told him I don't have a house.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd already paid for the house. So most of the things I had were from my brother's house.
Yeah.
But when it came to the dishes and everything else, he had paid. In fact, he came with them from Belgium.
Belgium. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's amazing that and then if okay, so then after that, did you finish it or you just carried on being with him, believing he would change, or you are in love with him and you're not really acknowledging what's going on right now? Because he's put your life at risk. He's put you to a point where like he wants to kill you. I mean, this is I don't I can't understand it. I can't come round to it because for me I know how I am, but when you tell me this story, I'm just like, why are you in it, Pauline? Like, why are you staying? This is what I don't understand. I need to know. I need to you explain to me so I can get it. I'm not judging you, but it's just
Yeah.
like this happens to so many women or men, even there are men who get violent from a woman and they just stay, but how far do you go to say enough is enough? But let me let you carry on with the story so you can let us know, because it's quite, for me it's more like when you're telling me, if you can hear my voice now, I'm beginning to be very protective, like, you men come for me, I've got muscles now, I will break you, you wouldn't break me, but you tell me now. You tell me. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, so when I don't know what came up to him and he stopped choking me. So I had to rush in the house and locked myself in the bedroom. And he started banging the door. Come out, baby. I'm sorry. I want you to forgive me. I'm sorry. It's this alcohol that came to me and this happened, and I don't want to do that to you. Come out and forgive me. Let's talk about it. And I was like, no, I'm not coming out. I know you want to kill me. And now the mind of him having a knife never came to my mind. Like I never thought that he can take a knife and kill me. But when you stay with someone and get to know someone, some things never come to your mind. Like he can kill you, he can burn the house, he can stab you, those things never cross your mind. And I was like, I'm not coming out. Let me just stay in the room. So the minute I got to the room, I put the key. I had to close with the key and then I opened again. Now I thought, let me not lock myself in this bedroom. He might even think of burning it down and I can't come out.
Come on.
So I just locked the key and then unlocked, and then I went to the corner of my bed and stayed there. I would call my colleagues now. And I felt that if I call female colleagues, no one will help me. Now I have to call my male colleagues who stay within the same area where I am. So I would call them, but I don't want to talk. So I'd call them and then I'd scream and they could hear me screaming, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And then I would hang up and text them, I'm dying. This guy is about to kill me. Why don't you come and save me? And then after 5 minutes, I don't hear them talking to me, texting me back or anything. I'll just call them again and I'll start screaming. And the time I'm doing that, screaming and everything, he's banging the door and telling me, come out. So he could be heard. But the other person on the other side, they could hear him banging and shouting. So, and I would scream more and I would hang up and tell them, text them again, why don't you come and rescue me? You want me to die. So what will it benefit you saying, in fact, she called me before she died.
Mm-hmm.
So the guys came, two guys came, my colleague came, and they just came in direct. So I told them, when you come in, you tell the soldier you're going to this house number, something is happening. You can even come with you, and you tell them you're going to this house. So be specific who called you, because they knew my area where I was living, but they don't know my house.
Mm-hmm.
So when they came, they told the soldier, we are going to rescue someone who is being killed in this estate and you don't know. So they came to my house, they just opened. I told them, in fact, the door is not locked. Just come, open directly and get the guy for me. So he was caught. We took him to Kasarani police station.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's when these guys told the police, this guy want to kill this lady. They just celebrating their own things and blah, blah, blah. No, they don't know the story. So I was told to express myself, and I told them what has been happening. And now the police lady was telling me, oh, you women, you Kenyan women, when you see white men, you jump for them for money. Now, because now it has gone south, that's when now you want us to help you. And I'm like, I've been having this man for 2 years and you don't know, or you don't understand what has caused all this. So are you helping me out or you're not? Okay, then if you want me to help you, then give me some money. I'm like, you're for
Mm-hmm.
the money. You're not here to help me. You're here, you want money. But we can't help in such situation. When you two guys were married or were getting married or getting to know each other or dating, we were not there. So why are you involving us in this now? I'm like, okay, is that so? Okay, fine. I'm not here to talk. And once I get tempered, I don't think twice. I just do what I need to do. I just pulled off the ring, gave him back his ring, and told him, you're going to rot here. The day your flight for going back comes, if they will let you, then I have nothing to do with you. I just left the guy at the cell and I walked out. So the police women called me and told me, Madam, you don't have to be mad at him. Now we can sit. I told them, no, you don't want to help me. In fact, these guys came to rescue me and brought these guys in for you. At least we solved the issue out. But you guys, you just want money so that you can help me. I don't want to die. So just have him. When you want me back, you can call me. I'll come and sort the issues out. Wow.
Wow.
So the
Yeah.
police lady felt that this is enough. So I
Mm-hmm.
had to call my elder brother. My brother was called, and my brother was having he was having fun out with his family. So he came all the way from Meru. He came all the way to Nairobi to solve the issue. And by 5 a.m. in the morning, he was in Nairobi.
Mm-hmm.
And he was told not to solve the issue. No, the only way to help this guy was book an emergency flight for him to go back to Belgium. And the police now said, if you need to book him a flight back, you have to go back to the embassy and now start filing for the papers and the reason why you want an emergency flight back. So my brother went to the embassy. I don't know what he was told by the people, and he was told, no, he has only like 7 days remaining for him to go back. Why don't you just give him somewhere to stay? 7 days, he will go. And something funny I didn't tell you, Penny, is that before he went back, we were to do a wedding. We had booked for the IG and
Mm-hmm.
everything for the wedding. But that's how I just said, I'm not doing any wedding with anyone, and I'm not marrying anyone. I don't want to be called a wife to anyone. I just want to be alone.
Yeah. So that means you had booked your wedding for the Monday as well.
For
Monday.
that,
Monday.
for the Monday.
Monday. You said you wanted
Yeah,
a wedding
before
on
he left.
Monday. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
had booked it,
Mm-hmm.
and we were not to go in for the wedding a week before he left. So that week
Mm-hmm.
before he leaves the country, we were to do the wedding.
Okay.
But
So
that's
what
how I said
that's
enough.
how it was. So when you tell me
Yeah.
this story, it sounds like every time he did something for you, you had a price to pay. Because it's like when the father sends money, he tells you, let's go eat. You order something. Now I think in his mind, how he was treating you, for me, how I see it is, and living obviously in Europe is, he was actually looking at you very low as a housemaid or someone, not even a housemaid, and let me not even put housemaid because we have a lot in our country. What can I say? He put you down, like literally. When he's getting money and ask you, let's go for lunch, you knew there's gonna be a fight. But for you, maybe you are naive, because for me, I would pick up those already. That this guy, every time, if he tells you, let's go and buy you a dress, and you pick even probably the most cheapest dress, but you look maybe very sexy in it, he might even take it one day with scissors and cut it because he knows you look good in it. So it's like every time he did something for you, he was being what do you call them? Somebody who does not care
Narcissist.
about you. Yeah, narcissist, like someone who just wants to control you, yet always the sweetness. Oh, it's okay. So maybe one day he might be nice. But these are the signs and the red flags of someone, because I've been in that situation. But let me let you finish your story and then I can say mine as well. But yeah, so carry on. Yeah.
So now I told the guy I'm not going to marry you. So we were separated. I was told by my brother told me, you have to calm down. You don't have to push this guy. Remember, he's a white, and these people, once they start doing things, they don't care. So you
Yeah.
just calm down. You're going to stay in your friend's house, and he will stay in the house where he's supposed to be. And for 7 days, don't go to that house. Don't talk to him. Just leave him to stay there. 7 days, I'll come pick him myself and take him back to the airport. And I was like, okay. So when the guy was taken back home, he stayed in the house. So I had to pick a few clothes of mine because I was going to work. And he started calling me, I'm sorry. He would cry, he would call me, cry, tell me I want to kill myself, just come and sign up things that even if I kill myself, it won't be on your hands that I killed myself. And I'm like, you can kill yourself for what I care. I don't want to know. You kill yourself, you've killed yourself in my own house, but I'm not there. But he's like, I don't want the Kenyan government to come following up. You killed a person in your house. I'm like, no. So he would just beg me to come back, come back. So one day I just decided, let me go and check what this guy is doing, because all the damages he has done already, it's me to pay. So I have to settle on how I'm going to pay the damages for that house before he leaves, because it's too much and it's so expensive for me. So I took a friend of mine with his boyfriend. We went to the house and he met him and he was like, okay, forgive me. I'm so sorry. I never knew I was doing bad. I'll stop alcohol and everything. I'm like, I've forgiven you, but taking you in like my husband, I'm not going to do that. So I've just forgiven you. I hugged him and I told him it's okay now, so that at least we can talk. He came down, we spoke. I told him, no, we need to refurnish this house again to be like a home for us, me and you. And we have to do painting. We have to fix the bulbs, the sockets, the everything. We have to make sure it's good. And then I want us to move to another place where people don't know us, so we start another life.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy agreed to it, and we called a person who is going to sort all that. So the house was fixed, everything was okay, and no, it's only 2 days to him to go. I told him, no, the problem is we can't go. I can't come and stay in this house because that's what is written in the police. So we can't risk and stay. So let's wait until you go. You're back to your country. When you come back now, you'll have found me. I've moved to another place. Now we can stay like a family together. And now we can start organizing for a wedding again. And he was like, okay, fine. Few days, 2 days, my brother came, picked him, took him to the airport, and he went. When he got there, he was like, your wife, your Pauline has been married now by a black. And the guy was like, I knew she was cheating. She was cheating. And to be honest, I was not cheating because I was just fed up. I just felt that I'm tired. I don't want anything. And now that's how I went back to Tinder. And in 3 days, I met MWAKAZIS.
You met, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone, yeah. So let me just say hello to everybody first. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. We have Carl, Africa. We have MWAKAZIS Fitness. Your husband's watching as well, which is good. We've got Eric, Obaya, or Destiny. Thank you. Hello, Mama Taifa is calling me. And I think there was a bit more people. And thank you so much. But when you talk of this now, okay, so now you met MWAKAZIS, right? Which is a black guy now. So from Caucasian white to the black. Now, what is the difference? Because obviously you're still married. So you met MWAKAZIS. Tell us quickly. This everyone knows your story. I'll put the link, and then you guys can watch now where she's met MWAKAZIS. There's one on Tucor, which is a Kenyan TV. I'll put all the links there. I'll put MWAKAZIS also link, which is her new partner, happily married after 6 years, or is it 8 years? Is it 10 years? Tell us.
6.
I like this. 6. Yeah, I'm just putting the 8 to say, like, look at this, right? Anyway, so you got the 6 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now tell us, like, how life is. I know everything is not always happy dory, but you're 6 years into this marriage. So tell us the trick. I'm looking for a husband. Please, Pauline, give me a tip. Not YouTubers, guys. YouTubers, you're watching me. I know you want, but darling, I need a man now. Show me. Tell me. How did you get to this point now? I'm loving this.
No, after the guy left, and okay, I have cousins. There are those cousins that hold. No, my cousins. There are few cousins that had seen, my cousins is being married by a white, and now they start embracing that cousin thing. They don't want to let it go, because I don't share my stories or my things with my family. So I just leave it to if it's my family, it's my family. So I don't share it with other people, my cousins or anyone. And they are like, the guy would call my cousins and like, your cousin is doing this to me and I want her back. I'm planning to come back to Kenya. And the guy came back in Kenya, and now he told me, if I get you with that husband of yours, I'm going to kill you. And I don't care. You're mine. You can't go with another man.
Mm.
I'm like, you can do whatever you want. I blocked the guy. So there was no conversation. No, I would just hear people telling me, oh, your husband is looking for you. Oh, your white man is looking for you. But for me, I didn't care. So the minute I went to Tinder and I got Mwakazi and we started, I felt comfortable of a man that I want. Even if it was so fast, I just felt I'm at home. A guy I can talk to any language. I can
Friends.
speak Swahili. I can speak
Mm-hmm.
English. He understands my culture. He respects me as a woman. And I felt now this is the guy I want. I don't care if he had a relationship things or he had kids or what I did, because I'd just seen a man who is a man in him. Yeah. The way he talked to me, the way he appreciated me, the way he respected me the first day we met, how he treated me made me feel that I'm home. Because
No, he
the
made
previous
you.
one I was feeling out.
Yeah, but I would say he made you feel like a woman. So your love obviously
Yes.
is, I wouldn't say home. Home is anywhere. He made you feel the woman you want to be, which is everybody's dream, women or
Yeah.
men, if you meet your partner. But the good thing now is the common ground was like you can speak the same language, you can eat anything. If you don't have
Yeah.
money, you can eat rice. You don't need to order something big and someone wants to beat you. He's not violent. I've watched your stories, and you guys, even when you see the connection, when you look at him, I can see the love, Pauline, you have for him. But do you think that your journey is that from obviously a toxic relationship to now Mwakazi? Because imagine if now Mwakazi had approached you previously before this guy was being funny to you, you probably wouldn't have given him a chance. So I think your
Yeah.
journey is this, that God has now decided this is the man for you. Then you appreciate, like you said, he came with 2 children. So you've taken those children like yours. Like, I need to watch that, the stepchildren. In fact, I'm thinking, you're telling me about, I don't know, they need this. I'm thinking, I want also now to be the godmother of these children, because your story is so touching that, it's like not many people will have this. But for you, Pauline, the way you are and how I see you is you're also a lovely person. And, tell us now how you guys are. Obviously, I've seen a little bit with the stepchildren. When you said that, I was listening because I was working last week, but I was listening to it. I watched it, where like they ask you for mobile and being a step mom, how it is, the challenges of it. I've got my own biological children, and the challenges are really hard. So how do you, because you are actually a stepmom to them, that how do you cope? And the love has obviously given you that opportunity to be a mother and to be a good wife and to have a man that is good for you and a man that is providing, and you're providing. And I see now you know what you wanted, and this is what you wanted. But tell us the story now, because for me, I'm not jealous, but I want the same thing. But to find the man is the problem. The problem is to find the right man. you know yeah.
Yeah.
uh,
So when I met Mwakazi and he told me about himself, I felt that he has also gone to the limit. He just wants to settle. And for him, he stayed a little bit, I think a month or two before after they have separated. And for me, it was just not even days, just I think a day or two with my ex, and now I'm into him.
mhm.
And when I listened to him, because I had to, when things happen to you, you sit down and ask yourself, what did I do that made all these things happen? I've seen most of my friends are married by white, by the way. All my friends, my college friends, they're married by whites. And I'm like, so what wrong did I do that mine didn't work? Or what did I do? Or what did I give myself? I gave myself more into this person that I forgot about myself. So I had to sit down and listen to Mwakazi the first day we met. And whatever he told me, I felt like, wow, he deserves a woman who will respect him. That's one. And two, he deserves a person who is going to love him the way he is, because Mwakazi is a giver. And I felt that for me, I'm not looking for a guy who has money. I'm looking for a guy who has love.
Love. Yeah.
And now Mwakazi was here with his love, and I didn't look at his name. Like most of the people told me, oh, Pauline, now you want to marry Mwakazi because he's a big name. Yeah, I know Mwakazi in Kenya is a big name, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here for the name. I'm here for the love.
The love, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not here for the name. I'm here for the love. So, and my friends told me, I know you guys, I know you're going to leave him after some time. I know you're just dating, and I'm not here to date. I'm here to look for someone who is going to give me the love, even if it's just for a day, and I'm okay with that person.
Yeah.
I want to taste what is love. These people say all this love, love, love. I've never tasted it, so I want love.
Mm-hmm.
And now Mwakazi coming to me and knowing that he has kids and telling me everything. Have you ever seen a man who puts everything black and white to you the very first day you've met? In
No, I've
fact, not
never. No.
the very first 1 hour you've met. I just got to his car, we got to his home, and the first thing he tells me is everything black and white. This has happened to my previous relationship. These are my kids. This and this is happening. I'm the one taking care of the kids. I'm the one who's doing this and this. And I was, wow, I would love to meet these kids. And when I met these kids the first day, when their dad told them, I want to meet some friend of mine. And the young girl, Talia, should always say, Daddy, where is that girl? You told us you're going to meet a certain girl. Who is the girl? And even when she met me, she used to call me that girl.
Mm.
Daddy, where is that girl you stay here with?
Yeah,
Daddy,
yeah.
you know, now she was getting like more of, she wants to meet me and she wants to stay closer to me, of which now we had to look for a way how we're going to spend at least a weekend with them.
Mm-hmm.
And our first weekend with them, it was all about traveling. So that's how we clicked so fast, because we would travel with them. I would tell Mwakazi, let's go to a certain place, or maybe can you organize for us a place we go out as a family? And
Yeah.
Mwakazi would just from nowhere organize a trip. We go with the kids, and now they became comfortable with me because we would play, we would do so many things together. And now with them seeing me like a girl and not like a mom,
Yeah.
now they would call me that girl.
That
Yeah,
girl, it changed.
yeah,
But you see, that's perfect because I've been a single mom. And when you meet someone, you don't bring them to your house because the children don't want to see a
yeah.
stranger. Leave alone it's a man or a woman. They don't like it. They want you only. They don't want to see you with someone. So if you're going to meet somebody, you need to do
Mhm.
an outside activity, which is perfect. This is how the kids have grown now to love you because they've met you on an outside environment. You're playing games with them. You're going on a trip. So they're forgetting, they're not thinking, is that daddy's new wife or mommy? Is that our new mama dad is trying to throw at us? You see, they're looking at
Yeah,
it's a companionship, and then it grows together because you sort of step back and watch them, and they sort of, they look at you. Kids always look at you like that. They always look at you somehow. But then you have to click, because if you don't click, it can't work out. But obviously there are challenges with it, and I'm so happy that, because African girls mainly, I would say, tend to think that actually dating a Caucasian, which is white, sometimes it's perfect. Most of the time, majority of the time, I wouldn't even say I wouldn't say the least of the time, like it's only one story. Most of the time I live in this nation, it's exactly what you're saying, Pauline. And some people settle for it. But for me, why I've stayed single, I will not settle for it. I will not, I have said, because I deserve better. We say we are African queen. I see here all the time people calling themselves in YouTubers African queen, African queen. Wait, if you say you're a queen, you are a queen. There's a difference. Maybe you are a queen who wants to wear the crown, but you don't even know what a queen means. Both parties have to respect each other, because before you meet someone, you're yourself, aren't you? And that person is themselves. Yes, you can have differences. I'm not saying arguments cannot be there, separation can calm you. Even we all go through that with a boyfriend. I'm not, it's finished. Boop. 2 days later you start missing that love again. Oh, I miss him. You come back, you make up. It's always like that, up and down, but there's a limit. But what I found also with violent partners is, they're nice when they're not, even when they're not, okay, some might not be drinking, they just go schizophrenic. It's actually called schizophrenic here. Like, if you
Mhm.
want to know schizophrenic, watch the toughest prison in the world is Russia. You will know what some of them even cook human meat and feed. They cook and then they make a pie to give your children, and that is human meat. That is called schizophrenic. Someone that is beyond, beyond, beyond. You cannot believe it. So most of the time, violent partners have a bit of schizophrenia, they call it here, which is mental health, and your brain just this is where they lead to murder. You see American, how they put them in bodies, discard them. This is called schizophrenia that is not even diagnosed in Africa, but it's there. But the problem now is us as colored women think the Caucasian is normal. Most of them are not. They look nice and they're nice. But when it comes to maybe when they look at you, maybe skin color, I don't know what happens. They just seem to treat you like you don't know anything. But for you, you're educated. Like now, if you don't speak English and you don't know anything, and they pick you from the village and they bring you to Europe, you don't know anything about Europe. And I think there is a story of what you're saying. There's a Belgium, I think, a woman who she left with a baby boy, and the man killed her. But then he called the police and said she's passed away in the house. The case has never even been, no one has fought to come back and say what happened to this girl. The same thing what you're saying, young girls are leaving thinking it's all good. Yes, you can live, and some persevere to get that, the nationality, to get the passport, and then they say I've got. But the torture you can go through traveling to a country, especially Europe, is so difficult. Because they will not be on your side. It don't matter who you call embassies, they will not be on your side. And these guys can leave. But I'll tell you a quick story because it happened to me. I was online and I was talking to this guy. He didn't speak proper English, but he's Eastern Europe, so he's Polish, like Russian, that kind of thing. And when he put his photo, when you put a photo, it's long time photo. So the photo looked nice, and we spoke, and I said, just come. So we spoke. I picked him up from the airport. The English was very broken, but internet, Google, everything. I was looking now, I was tired. I was like, I need a man in my house. I need someone to help me run my home. When you think a partner to bring you more income, so now you can come to Kenya and start life and everything. Anyway, we all think of this, that you need someone to help you. I've already got everything, but I needed an extra hand to help me, not with bills, but just, to take off that load. Anyway, so he came, very nice. At first, he was cooking, no problem. Within a short period of time, this guy was drinking vodka. First, he told me one story. A friend of his died, as you said, in the house. But the English is not good for me to understand. So he said, I lost my friend in a fire. Okay. I didn't take anything of it. I said, sorry. He had a court case. I didn't even go into it because, the English is not good for me to understand what went on. But the same thing like you. He had my work number. So he'll call me at work continuously to spy on me. There's one time he came from work. I was in my bed. As you see, my bedroom, sometimes the background, it's all white. He came, he walked into my home, opened the door, walked into my bedroom, pulled the duvet, like a man was hiding under the duvet. I was shocked because I wasn't working that day, so I was at home in my bed. Now he thought, as he walked through the door, he wasn't even drunk. As he walked through the door, he thought I had a man under my duvet. So you are just saying that. So I've been there. Yeah. So when he walked in, he pulls the cover of the beds out. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's just like, oh. And then he was shocked. And then I had a 90. Now imagine if I was just naked waiting for him. You can imagine. You'll think the man ran through the back door. So anyway, so he came in like that. There was one time he went to the kitchen, he put on the gas, and you press the button to light the grill under the grill, and he left it running. So many is like that. Anyway, he left one day. Even I found the note. He said, I'm really sorry. And he left me a rose and he went. I was very touched by it. Cutting the story short, I went to Kenya and I went and saw my mom. I said, Mom, I was dating this guy. I showed her the photo. My mom told me, wow, he looks so nice. Give it a go, blah, blah, blah. I came back. I tracked him. He came back. So when I called his mother in Poland, where is he? She said, oh my God, you need to, I'll give him your number, because she couldn't speak English, but she said, I'll give him your number again. I'll tell him to call you. So I called him. So the day he left me to say he's sorry was he didn't want to work or anything. So he left with no issues. But now when I called him, he started telling me he went through a lot, because when he was due to come to Europe, he was supposed to go to his friend in the north. But now he came to stay with me instead. So that's what he did. When he left, he went to that friend he always said. They kicked him out as well. So he went through a hell. So what happens is he takes a bottle of vodka, he drinks it, he goes to the kitchen, He ramages all the food. You can even put food for the next day. You find he's eaten all of it. So when you come in from work late at night, you have to cook again. So things like that. It went on like that. He told me, these people want to kill me. You're screaming. I told him, listen, just calm down. Come back and we talk. So I brought him back. So when he came back now, there are times when I used to come from work, he's drunk a whole bottle of vodka. That's why I found him one day in the kitchen, and then he's cooking. You can hear from the kitchen to your bedroom. He's drunk now. He's hitting the pot, pa, pa, like he wants to kill someone. Pa, 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 pa. You're like, what? You come to the kitchen, you're like, what? When you have a spoon cooking the food, yeah, he's banging it. You could say, what's going on in the kitchen? You come, you find what's going on. I leave him. I don't say anything. So I used to run away and go and sleep in my son's room when he drinks. So one day he drank, and he was looking for me. He couldn't find me. Then the next morning he'll wake up. He'll go and get a chocolate, my favorite chocolate, the big one. He'll go and get it and bring it to me and tell me I'm so sorry. So when I tell him what he did last night, he will not believe. One day I recorded him. So I said, one day I'll record you. So I used to keep away from him. I don't even want to talk to him. I just keep away. And I go sleep in my son's room. But he couldn't go to my son's room. He never knew I used to hide in there. I just go and sleep for peace. So cutting the story short, one day we went swimming. He said he'll paint my house, my son's room. He took the paint. He painted the same place. I came back after 2 hours of swimming with my son. Where have you painted? He didn't paint anything. He went to the shops to buy the vodka. So I bought McDonald's. I came to sit in the sitting room. I was so upset. But now he got upset because we were supposed to go swimming, but he could not stand. Like you said, they are always jealous. So he was thinking, I've gone swimming with a man to watch my body. You see, this is it. His mind was just, you left me. He started fighting me. You left me. You didn't want to take me swimming. You went to meet some. I'm like, I've taken my son swimming because I don't want chaos in the night. And I brought him food at night and he didn't want it. So I was sitting in the sitting room and he came and he grabbed me and I couldn't, he was sitting on my head. It ended up, he came to sit on the side of me nicely. And all of a sudden it ended up, he held me headlock like this and he sat on my head. I couldn't even breathe. Yeah. So I called my son, my older son. Oh my God, I've never seen this boy so angry. He came and beat the boy out. But even all of that, like, you see your kid angry, grab this guy, did not even want to let go. But there's a time before all that, I called the police. So he went and told the police, he's in a strange country. I'm not feeding him. I've denied him everything. So the policeman came to talk. They take him and then he comes back the next day with the police. So now the police tell you, when you do domestic violence, leave alone Kenya, she wants money. They say, if you do domestic, they beg you to take him back because they don't want him homeless. Then they say, if you do domestic violence, you got to, I'll arrest both of you next time you call us. So you see, it was me now. And my kids are here, especially my young son. So he went, he came back like that, and then now that other incident happened. So then when he did that, he was screaming, he was shouting. So I just called the police, like you said. I put it on speakerphone. I said, listen to him now. This guy is going crazy. Me, I have children. So the day they came, I said that was it. Because when you have domestic violence, especially in Britain, they take your kids. Pauline, they take your kids.
Yeah.
They come and take your kids. They don't want to hear. Someone else, they'll tie your young child. Gone. Because of a man? I said no. But for me, I was like, you ain't going to do this to me again. I've called you back again and you're bringing nonsense for me. Out. Finished. I didn't even want him anymore. Even when we used to go shopping, he used to flirt with the sales assistant. We go bowling, he's flirting. And I thought, you're flirting with women in front of me. When we go bowling, now you flirt with the men. I know bowling, you also bend over now with your jeans. You even make sure you're pushing your out. Anyway. So yeah. So they came, they took him. I told them, take him. He said, well, passport is here. Anything he's left, it's thrown. But take him out of here for good. We even went to court because he went to a court case because he was attacking me. And because my son had attacked him and had scarred him, we went to court. This guy, I'm telling you, and this is what I'm telling you, or to women or to anyone. You came to my house. I've taken you second time. But Pauline, for me, that was it. Even the mother knew. Now, that incident I'm telling you of, the friend died. This is what I presumed happened. This guy drinks. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's gone to light a fire and he's killed his friend who's off the head and sleeping in that house because he told me he had
Exactly.
a court case. And those are the signs I'm saying that for me, out. Out. There's no, as soon as you do my skin like this or you try to do me like this, you're gone. I'd rather you take my car and we crash it and we sort it with insurance, but don't come back and scratch me or touch my kid or no, it's done. There's no two. It don't matter if I married you for 10 years. It don't matter what you gave me. It don't matter who you are. I believe no one should touch you. You should talk.
Yeah.
If you finished, it's finished. So even after all of this, I get calls back again from these exes and I say no. So for me, when I've dated the Caucasian, because I have had obviously my African boyfriend before, and I think one or two, but not really anything. But I've had one serious relationship, long time. Obviously, living here, you see. But from then, him is Eastern Europe. So if I was to date, obviously someone of Caucasian, white, it will be someone of Eastern Europe. I do like them, Russians, whatever. I do like them. I get on with them. But for me now, it's not about who you date. It's the respect. And this is why I am single. I'm not single because I get, even I was in London yesterday. I've got numbers. Please call me. All of them talk to me. Young boys, older, all I have a list if I want. But for me, it's more of I need love, like what you're saying. I want to be, I'm old fashioned. I tell people that's dating, take me to the movies. Hello, darling, like what you're saying. Let's do this today. I'm not saying everything is holy, jolly with relationships. We have our differences, but I need that respect. But unfortunately, now you get a lot of people want to control you. They want to, and I've refused. I've said for me, no. But the violence of it is, it's nice you shared this story. And thank you for Pauline for telling us this story. And this is to help so many women out there, or so many men also do go through violence of a woman. It's, you don't have to stay, because when you stay, you cause more problem for yourself. Either you end up dead or you end up in a situation that is worse than when you started. Because everyone is born for you. You will find a good guy. There are good men out there. You just have to wait. Like me, I'm waiting. I still look. I'm waiting, but I've never had anyone telling me, yeah. So anyway, so tell us more, Pauline, about everything now and the stepchildren. Do you have to go? Shall I let you go, or shall we ask other people if they want to join in?
For my kids, now being the mother who is not the biological mother is another thing, but I love it because I learn a lot. Through kids, you learn.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you've ever heard of stories where women get, they have their stepkids, or they go somewhere and adopt kids, and then later on they get their own kids. And once they get the kids now, you find them now mistreating these other stepkids. But for me, the way I've felt with these kids, I just feel that I've learned a lot, and being with their dad is something good, because he helps me to understand, I might not be a mother, but he helps me understand it, because he tells me, oh, with kids, you just do like this. You need to understand more of kids, get to know what they love, get to know what the boy loves, the girl loves, and how you treat them or how you talk to them. Kids never forget,
Yeah.
One day they will grow,
Mm-hmm.
and they will be adults. And if you treat them bad, thinking that they are kids, they won't know what you're doing, they will one day come and tell you, or they will hate you for who you are. So at least with the father being there, showing me the right direction, like you should do this, you should not do this, you should not tell them. There are things that you should not tell them, being that they also have their other side of their mom, and you need to make their mom feel comfortable with you, because if she is not comfortable with you being the kids, then a lot of dramas will happen. So to avoid all that, I have to know how I should treat these kids like my own, just the way I'll treat my sister's kids, my brother's kids. So I'll treat them the same way, because now, even if they're not my blood, no, I'll treat them like my blood, because they're kids that I met my husband with. And I accepted him with the kids,
Accepted, yeah.
Yeah, because he never told me, no, you have to marry me. And then no, we got together, and then later, like an year or so, tells me I have kids. No, before even we started saying anything like, do you want we try it or anything, the first thing he told me is about the kids. And I was like, wow, I'd love to meet these kids, and I would like to take care of them, because now I became more passionate of the kids and the dad also. So before even accepting him, I accepted the kids first.
The kids, yeah. But
he didn't push me to it. I
Yeah.
just did it
You accept it.
with my
Yeah.
heart. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you see, the thing is, Pauline, that is good. You're educating people because, you know, there's been a lot of our drama where certain people, they deny the child and blah, blah. But you now, do you know it's a blessing in your own disguise by God that
Yeah.
these children might even take care of you one day. You know, this is what people
Yeah.
don't know. What goes around, they say, comes around. And I always say I'm passionate about children, and I'm smiling that you've taken that role without being a discrimination of all that kid. And I wanted to ask you, do you have like a me time like with a girl only and a me time with a boy only? Because you know it's a boy and a girl and they are always competing who's better than who. Do you take them together, or do you separate sometimes your time with them so that you're doing different things?
Actually, I don't separate them at any point. I just let them be. For the kids, sometimes, still they're growing up. And now seeing me more with their dad is like, now they have to understand that this is it. She's not going anywhere. She's
Anywhere.
here.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's here to stay. Even if we do bad or good, we treat her how, whatever we're going to treat her, she's here to stay. And now, what we normally do is sit them down. Like on Fridays now, when we know there's no school on Saturday, we sit them down, switch off all the gadgets, the TVs, and everything, sit on the mat, and now we talk. Like, we first start with the Bible. What did you learn? What did God say about love? What did God teach you? How did you learn? What did you learn when God said you should love one another? Then slowly by slowly, we start asking them about their careers. What would you love to be? And now, slowly from there, we take them now with what is life. Apart from education, there is life now. You need to face life as who you are as a kid. One day you grow old, maybe you'll understand what happened to your dad, to your mom, and you will understand why I'm here and not your mom.
Hmm.
Now we sit down and talk and chat, and we spend even more than 10 hours talking, just catching up, having sweet time. And maybe when she grows old now, or when she starts now understanding what's happening now, I think that's the best time now. I should now take her out and be like a girl thing.
Yeah.
And now the boy will have the dad. But now
Yeah.
you see, the girl loves the dad more. The girl loves the dad more, and the boy loves me more. So you
No,
meet
hang
most
on
of
a
the time
minute.
here.
It's not
Most of the
that.
time.
They say girls are for daddy and boys are for mommy. Like the way I have my boys, they are by me, by
Yeah.
left, right, and center. So that's what it is. Yeah. It's not. I don't
So
think she loves him more. It's more that. Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah, and you find most of the things, if she wants something, she says it. She doesn't. She's a kid. She doesn't care what it is, but she will go to the daddy and tell daddy, I want this, daddy this. Even if it's something personal, like a woman thing, she'll go to the daddy. And for the boy, it will be like more of me, because even if he does a mistake somewhere, I will try and defend. Like I have to tell the dad, no, you don't have to punish him. Like just understand him. We will be like, even the dad knows, like, you like protecting him so much. Even if he does a mistake, I'm like, no, just
Yeah.
leave him. He's my son. He's my papa. Just
He's
let
your
him be.
little, yeah,
Yeah.
handbag. I call my son my little handbag. You know, women, we always, or jewelry, something you love wearing. Now, what I wanted
Yeah.
to ask you, what do they call you? Do they call you Pauline? Do they call you mom? Do they call you mom too? What do they call you?
Okay. Uh, Let me start with, before they used to call me that girl, as I told you.
Yeah,
They used
that
to
girl.
call
That's
me
what I'm
that
saying.
girl.
Yeah, yeah.
And then after some few time now, when we stayed with them for some time for a school period, we stayed with them, they started calling me Auntie Pauline. And it has been like that for so long,
Yeah,
calling me
auntie. Yeah.
Auntie
Okay.
Pauline.
Mm-hmm.
And after some time, no, we stopped staying together. And when now they came back last year, no, they started calling me mom. No, they still called me Auntie Pauline, but to some point now, because now we are staying with them, they started like now calling me Mom Pauline, out of their own will, no one forcing them. Now they
Mm-hmm.
started calling me mom
Mm-hmm.
without calling Mom Pauline. It came like Mom Pauline, and then
Pauline. Yeah,
slowly it faded like to now mom. No, they call
mom.
me mom. Yeah, of
Yeah.
which I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That must
yeah,
that must makes you feel good. But good on you, Pauline. It's so nice you've shared this story to just show people from where
yeah,
you've come from, your relationship wise, and how you settled. And if I can find somebody like that, I'll be happy to. But for me, it's more complication. We'll see what happens. But it's so nice that you can share this story, and this is also aimed for so many people in such a situation. Sometimes the grass is not green on the other side. That's how we say
Yeah.
it in Europe. Yeah, it's not green on the other side. If you're dating someone Caucasian, you think it's everything. Because even for me, my ever first boyfriend, he's African, obviously Kenyan. You know, I was with him 8 years, and that is where my first son comes in. He's my first son is thing. And you know, sometimes when you look back on your old photos, and even when I speak with him, sometimes it reminds me, oh, do you remember when we used to do this? You used to skype me from the school with a motorbike. So I used to drive up and down the school, and then you know, I hear him, I look through the lab. You know, I was in the private school, Braeburn, so that one
Yeah.
we could Skype. Even the teachers knew she's not here. It's Monday. She's not here. That time you're young. You're going to drink. You don't know. Drop me at 3 o'clock, 3:30 when we finish, and then when you go home, you know, you go home innocent. You go, you lie down there, pretend everything. I'm just dreaming of him. It's so nice. But yeah, so I miss all that in cultures of in terms of obviously even me when I dated a white guy, I mean a black guy, it's that my first love. It's like I miss all that, how we used to Skype, how we used to go and drink and nyama choma. We used to love sabusas. In fact, they used to call us lovebirds at the bar because we were the only ones who were like young and just innocent, you know, and just missing the culture. Like if I cook something, oh, let's go eat this. If you go to dancing in an African club, you don't have to feel a bit timid. And yet, if you date a Caucasian, you have to teach them, don't do this, don't say this. It's such a different ways. But I have had nice guys who are Caucasian. There's one who's been nice, but I always looked. The future was not with him. He bought everything, even a house to move in with him, everything. But for me, I just felt it wasn't going to work out because in terms of the way I could see my future, like now, how I am now, like what we are doing now. Just imagine if I committed to him, I don't know where I would be, but I wouldn't be me. I know what I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very different stories, but it's so nice that you share this and also the kids and love to them and obviously fitness, Mwakazi Fitness and yourself. You guys have become my friends, and it's so nice to have you on my channel, and it's so nice to share your story, especially this day today, Sunday morning. Be blessed. Is there anything you'd like to share or say or?
Okay, let me tell you one thing. The first time we moved in with Mwakazi,
Mm-hmm,
and we would walk to the market, and he would hold my hand. You know, like people called us the best couple in the area.
mm-hmm,
And you know, the way you sit down and think maybe this thing is happening because now we're in love. We never dated. I never dated him. He never dated me. We even don't know what is dating between us, like trying to be hard, you know, to trying to get hard.
yeah,
And sometimes I tell him, you know, we need to date. At least
yeah,
let me date. Let's date for today. I try show you how it's hard to get a woman, you know.
mm-hmm,
And you're like, they're chasing me up with calls and everything. Let's do that for the day. But whenever we say we are going to try, it never works because at the end we just get that we are back to normal, like the normal as the normal things. So people called us the best couple, and even today people still admire us because even if we have our own differences here and there sometimes,
mm-hmm.
you will never know in public if we have an issue with him because you're going to smile, laugh, hold hands, do sweet things. Even at home, I sometimes I get him feel pissed off. I get him mad sometimes, but I'll just go cook that dinner, even if it's not his favorite, and we will not talk to each other. But I'll go back and lie on the chest, and I'm like, I'll just take
Yeah,
myself like a cat. You see the way you hit,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you get mad with a cat, you hit it, and then it will be back because you know you're the only owner. It knows.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll definitely do that and go back and lie on his chest, and I'm there just like pretending to watch a movie, like trying to catch some sleep and
Yeah, but
think
you're
go
trying to
back.
come in back in good terms.
Yeah,
Now,
I
also I
have
wanted to ask you.
to.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you. Also, like I met you through Mwakazi now.
Yeah.
Hello, coffee. Yeah, I met you through Mwakazi now, and
Mm-hmm.
this is a thing I wanted to ask you because I said, is she not jealous? Because I met him to train me, and then we've become friends.
Mm-hmm.
So it just shows that how you guys are so comfortable. Because for me, I don't know, maybe another woman would be jealous that he has so many women friends, and we all know we are all Africans. I'm Kenyan. Maybe I could sneak in Pauline when you don't know. No, of course I wouldn't, but you know what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
the way you are, how come you're not jealous? I want to know the tricks, because this is where women, we like to fight that over, because he's a man, he's got so many women clients, he's watching us work out in our little tighties,
Mm.
skimpy outfits. You yourself, how do you cope with that? Like, how do you deal with it? Teach us, tell us.
Uh, when I met him, he was a trainer, and
Yeah.
I never knew much about his training things, how women, who he trains, or whatever he does, because I've never trained, I've never dated a person who is a trainer. And let me tell you one thing. If people would ask me before, what does your husband do? I'll tell him he's a PE guy. Because I thought training is more of PE. I think I was naive, so I never knew how to put it. Because even I would ask him, babe, are your PE clothes like? And he would laugh and tell me, babe, what are you telling me? You want to say I'm a PE teacher? I do fitness and I'm a certified fitness person. I do help people with their weights issues, health issues and stuff. So he never told me much about his clients because I have to learn it from my own way. And what I came to realize that most of the people who come to seek for help from him, they are women. And I respected that because that's his work. I met him doing it. And if he has respect for his client, between him and the client, there is that respect, then I don't have any issue. And sometimes he gets clients, or he sees clients who are like, they're provoking. Someone comes dressed in a funny way or some funny behavior, but he will try and tell the client, I don't go to this boundary, or I don't like people doing this and this. So he's open to his clients. He talks to them and tells them what he feels is comfortable for him. And for me, I don't feel bad about it because he knows what he's doing. You're a man, you have a wife. If you want to respect your wife, go ahead and respect. If you feel that you want to do something outside, then it's okay for me, but you know what you're doing. So the respect Mwakazi has for his client, or how he speaks to female people or other women, he makes sure that you feel that he's a responsible person. And
Yeah.
he doesn't have to tell you like, oh, I have a wife, you don't need to
Mm.
call me this time of the night. Don't No. Even if you call him at whatever time you call him, he makes sure that you give him the respect that he deserves. And I respect that. So me, I have no issue with him chatting even with YouTubers who are female. I have no problem. I just feel it's for his own growth to network with people and learn more on this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so good of you, because like I said, so many people will be jealous. I'm more like, not YouTubers, because YouTubers you can talk to anybody. I'm talking like we are wearing
And
skimpy outfits. Maybe the chest looks nice for him. He's working out. I know he's looking, but in the end of the day, I'm saying, you as a female, how do you feel? And I get where you are, because in the end of the day, his work will pay off for you guys to live happily ever after. And
and
like you said, and even the way he looks, we know that he's not gonna do that. And tell him, if he does that, I'm coming for him, because now you're my friend and everything. Yeah. So it's
Penny, can I tell you something?
yeah.
And do you know the fact that now so many people call him, like so many YouTubers call him, so many women call him for their health issues. He even go to meet them to their own, like, you want me to meet you person to person, like we want us to train, you want us. He goes with me. I don't tell him to go with me. I don't like, you're going to meet a woman trainer, or you're going to meet a female trainer, a client. I need to go with you. No, even his male clients, we go with him. He introduces me. I meet my wife,
Mhm.
and then after the introduction, I just let them be. They continue with their training and everything. I don't feel that he has to introduce me to everyone, but his character introduces me to every
To
person.
everybody. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the way he behaves, the way he talks to you, even if you call him at whatever time and I'm there,
Hmm.
he's not going to like hang up and like, okay, like switch off the phone, like don't call me now, my wife is here. No,
Hmm.
he will call you, he will speak to you, and he will address you by the name. He will talk to you officially, or even if it's making jokes. Okay, my husband is a jokey person. He likes joking with everyone, but I understand his jokes because he will never say anything that will make me feel bad. He will never do anything that will make me feel bad. And
Yeah.
I will not now start saying, oh, because my husband speaks with YouTubers who are female. No, I will also start speaking to men who are YouTubers. No, I even don't do that. Sometimes he tells me, babe, you have to open your eyes, get to interact with YouTubers now. You know what to do. You're a grown
Mm,
up. You
mm,
have to go out there and look for content. You have to
mhm,
talk to people. You have to ask for collabos. You don't have to just sit and wait for me to do for you everything. But I
mm.
just feel with him, I have enough. It's
Everything.
enough for me. Yeah.
Yeah, you're comfortable, but he's also trying to
Yeah.
tell you to grow so that you bring up your family so you can take care of them
Yes.
nicely. Obviously, you go
Yes.
through challenges of not having enough, especially during COVID. Okay, I'll tell you the story and everybody how I met even the Wakazis.
Yeah.
Obviously, I met him through a different channel, which is the Americans Roll with Liz. He was there or something. I can't remember how. And he subscribed to me and everything. And then we exchanged numbers. And then he said he'd like to train me. But and then he said, "Oh, I need a little, but you got to give a little contribution. Obviously, they have a family. There are two. There's a boy. There's a girl. There's Pauline here." And for me, when he told me that, I thought, "Look at this man telling me he needs family help. Even me, I've got family help here." But yeah, because when someone says that to you, think, "Yeah, I'm a single mom. Me, that's how I think." But now, how I open up and telling people how we've even met now is, um, God puts people to you, but we are ignorant. So this could have been my ignorance kicking in when he told me that. But as we are YouTubers, you open up, you chat with people, and I watched your story like during COVID, and obviously you have the children, how it was a bit challenging. And then I thought, do you know what? Maybe I don't have a lot, but to support you in that way for him, even just to train me, because the training is for my body in the end of the day. So you guys, one of these days, I'm gonna come up and show you, and don't say, "Wow, wow, this is Mwakazi doing this." Although we've only done two, I'm gonna do more because I've been off. I've been working, and when I work, I can't even do anything, but I work in the gym. So, when I feel after that, and then we started talking with Pauline as well. Now, even you've become my friends. So, this is the way to teach our African, especially Kenyan YouTubers. We don't have to have a lot, but support
Yeah.
is important. Even like now, when we talk, me and you now, everyone is going to love this because you can see you're comfortable. Look, my arm is here, I'm comfortable. I don't need to start feeling, oh, and Pauline, no, it's a matter of trust. It's a matter of just being you. You're telling
Yeah.
us your story. I'm telling people a bit more about me, even me with my relationships. But at the end of the day, why I did this video is because I find them, you make me comfortable. I'm not even stressed. I'm comfortable. I'm feeling comfortable. So it shows that you are good people. Like there's nothing wrong with you people. But some people, they're just after themselves only. But let me tell you, me and you might be down at the bottom with people or watch time. One day we'll be the top ones. We'll tell people, but we will come. Our time came now. It's our time now because there's a lot
Yeah.
of people who are not thing. And I just want to say to you and to Mwakazi or the Mwakazi family fitness, both of you, absolutely thank you so much because you're also teaching me. I'm living in the UK. I could be ignorant. I have everything and I don't care. But to make the friendship with you guys, it's just taught me you don't have to be up there and think you're everything. You can also calm down. I'm down to earth. I'm stepping with 2 feet just like you. Maybe my position is slightly different from yours, but in the end of the day, it's a matter of finding good people too, and you guys are. So I can tell
Yeah.
people who are watching, let me just say there's still people watching, and which is lovely. And I just want to say thank you guys for joining us because this shows you. I feel so comfortable, Pauline. I can't even tell you. It's amazing. And now you guys, I said you're one of my best friends. You just don't know. When I come to
Oh,
Kenya,
thank
yeah,
you.
when I come to Kenya, you're my best friend. We'll hang around. The people will say, "Hey, Pauline, how did you even know Mama Nation?" But it's through how everything connects. But I would say your story and even the children, I'm so happy, Pauline. But I'll tell you, take care of those kids because you just don't know your future, what happens. And take care of Wakazi because don't let anyone come and take this away. Even Wakazi, if you're watching here, take care of Pauline for her to even accept to be as a mother to your children. That is one in a million. I'm telling you now. This is not about money and showing off, or you have a stepchildren, I'm taking them. This is a matter she's taken you even without. So even if you become the richest man in Kenya one day, you got to remember how far you guys have come. And Pauline, hold that family together because a woman is the key to the family. And you're the queen. You're the natural African queen, I would say. Me, if I had gifts to give, if I was the giver of awards, I would give you the African Queen Award. Because some people call themselves African Queen from beauty. We don't need beauty. We don't need figures. We don't need richness. Richness comes in the heart. It doesn't come with what material things you've picked up. Guys, me, I have material things, but I don't even have a man in my house. So it's not what you possess over the years. It's how you are as a person and how you are example to others. And Pauline, you are being example to other women. Teach them. Me, I see people here, oh, you know this. No, you are the real woman. That's the word called real woman. You are the queen. You are everything. And just I love your story. It's for me, it's memorizing. I look at it, but I'm not a jealous person where I look at, oh, because that's your journey. This is your story. So I need to tell people I never get jealous. I'm just me. I don't start thinking, oh, I wish I had this. No, your journey with Mwakazi, you're meant to be with him. Even mine will come one day, but it will be nice to meet you. And it's so nice to see that thing. So just quickly, Pauline, we've also talked about a channel of cooking. Just tell some
Yeah.
people here what we are planning maybe in the future to do a collab, or maybe every Sunday.
Yeah, no, we are planning on how we're going to do it's London versus, is it London? Yeah.
Yeah, UK.
London
Yeah.
versus
London. Yeah.
Kenya.
Yeah.
London versus Kenya. We're going
Oh, we
to
can
cook.
carry on. Okay.
We're going to do the challenges, and
Yeah.
I will get to learn how to cook things that I don't know. I
Yeah.
will have to teach her what she doesn't know or what she knows, but not
Mhm.
the African way now,
Wait.
because
Yeah.
I think, are you more of African or more of that? No, you're going to do it as it's a it's a challenge channel now. We're going to cook these amazing dishes. We're going to show you how to prepare different type of cakes, different
Mhm.
types of meals,
Mhm.
African and white. All these challenges are going to happen in our channel. So guys, you need to stay here and get to learn to cook different things, to learn how to even like prepare the best meal for that person that you love so much.
So
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Whatever
So
they
even
love. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so Eric says those are golden words, Mama Nation. Thank you. Yeah, geez, he's put to, yeah, because I'm just saying this. Yeah, so we're going to do a channel. Pauline is going to cook chapati. Me, I'll cook how I cook it. Maybe mine are dry and hers are the soft way because she's in
Mama,
Kenya.
let me tell you one funny thing. Let me tell you one thing. When I
Yeah.
got married, I remember the first day when Mwakazi was trying to maybe date me. The first day when we met and he tried to date me, he told me, I want to cook, I know how to cook pilau. Like, I went to his house and met, he has cooked piraunjeri. If you know what piraunjeri is, a mixture of rice together with potatoes, onions, everything mixed in one sufuria with no color. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know he knows how to cook, because he taught me how to prepare a very good Swahili pilau. He taught
Mm-hmm.
me that. He
Mm-hmm.
taught me how to prepare biryani. He taught me
Mm-hmm.
how to cook the most simplest thing a woman should know. He taught me how to cook chapatis. Like his chapatis and mine, I would cook one chapati, he would cook 10 chapatis. All of his chapatis are soft and they tear in
In
layers,
layers.
but
Yeah.
mine was hard, like
Mm-hmm.
those bread for Jesus, those
Yeah.
time in Jerusalem,
Yeah.
when
Yeah. Yeah. Dry
yeah,
bread. Yeah.
dry bread. He
Mm-hmm.
taught me how to cook pancakes, and still he taught me how to cook their traditional food, which is kimanga.
Okay,
So
so
I
where is
respect him
Mwakazi
so
from?
much.
Yeah, so where is Mwakazi from? Sorry, where is he from? Which tribe?
Mwakazi is a Swahili, is a Taita.
Oh, he's a Taita. Oh my God. And
Yeah, he's a
yeah, okay,
Swahili.
okay.
I'm a Mbere, I'm a Kamba. My mom is
Oh,
Kamba,
so
my
you're
dad is
Kamba as well.
Mbere.
Wait, so
Yeah.
Pauline, do you speak Kamba now? Maybe that's why we get on. I'm a Kamba now. Do you speak Kamba now, or you don't know Kamba?
Okay, I just know a little bit of Kamba. I just hear what they say. So you can't gossip me with Kamba. You
Mm-hmm.
can't gossip me in Mbere because my dad is a Mbere.
Yeah.
But I know how to just picky words, but I can hear. I speak more of Meru because I'm born and brought up in
In
Meru.
Meru. Okay.
Yeah, all my
So
education and everything. Yeah.
yeah, but wait, now you're cutting. Me, I speak a little bit of Kamba. More, it's better than Swahili because I used to hear my mom speaking. So what can you speak
Yeah.
in Kamba? A few words for anyone listening. They might like it.
Um, I'm shy to talk that because I don't know.
You don't know.
What
Okay,
am I even
so
saying?
okay, so let me say Wiliata, Wiliata, Wiliata.
Nessa.
So you know.
Yeah.
I just asked her, how are you? And she says, we fine. We leave that one. I'll talk to you privately and teach you a little bit. We
Sure,
wrap up.
I'll be so
Yeah, so, but
happy.
I know for a fact, we were talking
Mhm,
of food. Men
mhm.
know how to cook. Eh?
Yeah.
African men know how to cook. They just pretend they are women. Sometimes tell them on a Sunday, you are taking over the kitchen. You will bring you that food that you throw for him, and he just speaks to please you. You'll find that men can cook, especially chapati, ugali, pilau. I don't know. Pilau is usually women, but me, I know men can cook.
Yeah.
African men can cook. They just pretend they are. They just say, because we have that title, the man is the breadwinner. So when you come, you're the one who goes to bow down, giving him the food all day. Here, eat, eat. You've come from work. You're running up and down. You bring him his beer. You open it. So it's a culture thing that we get used to. But ladies, if you're watching and you're African, get that man in the kitchen. Tell him to bring you the food, ugali, greens, meat, especially their meat, the pilau curry meat. Yeah, when they cook it, you'll know it's soft. Yours, maybe you've rushed cooking it because you're tired. Let him bring you the dinner.
Penny, let me tell you one thing. You see, we keep house helps in the house, or house managers. When you have them, they tend to do everything for you. Even if you're sick, you get to feel that they have to cook for you, they have to do everything for you.
Mhm,
But what I normally don't understand about Mwakazi is, when I get sick,
mhm,
he doesn't let you will cook. Okay, he will let the house manager prepare everything and cook everything, but he will do it personally for my food. If I'm sick, he prepares my food from scratch. He will do it. He will just say, I'm the one, from the very first time, I'm the one who's going to cook for my wife until the day she gets fine.
better.
He
Yeah.
always cooks for me. And that's why when I see him, because my cousin, okay, he doesn't get sick. I don't know what's up with his body. For me, all the time I'm sick. But for him, I try to take that also. When he is sick, I'm always there to defend and bring up back the strength, or make him feel better. So I
Mm,
try to learn from him. When I'm sick, he does things for me. Like, he has to prepare, even if it's my tea, even if it's my lunch, my dinner, any snacks that I have to eat, he does it personally, without
mhm,
involving anyone, without sending anyone to do it for him. For him, yeah. But for me, if he gets a flu or a cough, I'm always like, I'm there, like, babe, what do you want? Do you want water? Do you want this? Do you want? I try to be like him. And I love how he does his things when it comes to the kitchen,
yeah.
because he will prepare a meal from his heart. You don't force him. He will just tell you, I want to teach you. Like, there's a day he was trying to teach me how to prepare mursik. This guy is also a Kale.
Mhm,
So he was trying to prepare me. He was trying to help me prepare mursik and tell me, when my in-laws or the relatives from the other side comes, you
yeah.
need to welcome them with mursik, not tea and
See.
these
Okay,
other
so just
things.
one
Yeah.
second. What is more sick? What is more sick?
Mursik, this is a Kalenjin type of mala, the
Okay,
yogurt
so
thing,
sour milk.
but
Sour
the
milk.
sour
Yeah.
milk,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, so yeah,
it's
they do
put there.
like that sour milk with ugali, which is the maize flour. So it's sour milk. We call it sour milk. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and you put some like herbal. There's a herbal stick that they burn, and they put the ash.
And they
That
put it in
ash,
that ash. Yeah. So you'd
yeah,
say they smoked of the herbal thing. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, and now
Yeah.
that's mursik. You leave
Mm-hmm.
it for a day or two to ferment, and now they love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
So he has also taught me that, apart from the Swahili thing, the
Mm-hmm.
Swahili culture, he has also taught me the Kalenjin, how you greet your elders, how you do.
Mm-hmm.
So I truly love how he teaches me about the culture. For me, I don't have to teach him everything, but because if we go with Mwakazi at home, you will
Mm-hmm.
you will think I'm the one who's married in that family.
Yeah.
Because the
But
relationship between Mwakazi and my
and
mom
you,
is like,
but do you know how you're saying you don't understand? You said that as the beginning. The thing
mm,
is, even me, like when the kids are sick, I'm the one who goes to the kitchen, and even I know what to give them, because you don't
mhm,
give them milks, you don't give them butter. I
yeah,
give them hot water, lemon, and honey, which is vitamin C, and I cook ugali. So when they used to be sick, that's what I used to give them to get back their energy and thing back. But
yeah.
now you've spoilt it, Pauline. Because when I'm
Mm.
coming to Kenya, invite me to your house. Me, I'm going to pretend sick so Mokazi can cook.
I don't think
Right.
I can't let. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm only joking, but I'm just
yeah,
bringing it up. Right. Just quickly before you interrupt. Yeah, I've got a
yeah.
message from him. Also, he's
Mhm.
watching us. He says, you did a video yesterday, which is interesting, which almost broke your marriage. during the
Yes.
pandemic time.
Yeah.
Obviously, me, I was out yesterday. Like I said, today I'll catch up a few more videos, and in the week I'll catch up with everyone who follows me, their videos. But I've not commented because I haven't watched. Guys, if I don't comment, I've not watched it. I'll always comment if I've watched it. I don't just go and put a comment. I watch it and I just say a little thing to cheer all of you. So I'll still support you. Just give me
Yeah.
time to catch up because I worked all week. So I've lost a whole week of 24 hours. It's a long time. Like, I have to get back to this YouTube. But cutting the story, yeah. So yes, we know, Mwakazi, that marriages, this is why we're talking that it cannot break. It can only break if you allow it. So when you say you almost broke your marriage, yeah,
It's true. It almost broke because
but don't.
having having
Mm,
having if you're used to that, if you're used to that life of someone, Mwakazi, how he met me, how he knew me about modeling and everything. Maybe the
mm,
first time he never knew, like, Mwakazi treats you how he meets you. If
yeah.
you're more of watching something to do with cars, when you come
Mm,
to his house, he will just give you
car
an offer of
information.
showing you car information, car
Mm,
channels, car
mm,
whatever. So
mhm,
when we met, he knew I was a model. So
mhm,
he would put for me channels for models, showcasing, cooking, such stuff. And now we had that life of traveling here and there. We never had YouTube by then, and we would travel to each and every place he felt is good for us as a family, or me and him. But now, this is the day now we don't have food, we don't have anything. We only have 20 shillings. We have only salt, we have salt, we have tea leaves, and we have gas. Nothing else to eat. And he tells me you have to prepare a decent meal for your husband. And I'm like, baby, don't have food. And now he has 20 shillings between us and poverty. 20 shillings. We are very poor. We can't afford anything. I have to give him food. He wants a special meal. I can't afford that special meal. I don't have money. He doesn't have money. No, we had to fight, you know,
mm.
making him understand we don't have, and him trying to switch off and not to think about it that I'm telling him we don't have.
You don't have, yeah. But you see, he's a
Yeah.
fitness instructor, so he's just looking food, food, food. Nwakazi, you need to slow
Yeah.
down sometimes. I know. If the boys are like that, I have boys in the house. So even if you talk whether we have or not, I have a son here. I've got to prepare the meals. Even yesterday when I went to London, I ordered him. I said, "You cook yourself this fish you put it in the oven. It comes very nice with potatoes and my French beans. My Kenyan French beans I always buy from my supermarket. So they are originally from Kenya. They're not
Mhm.
just sweet and Kenyan French beans. So I said, that's what you're eating. Because I knew when I'm eating in London, I'll be eating my steaks and everything, but I make sure that there's food in the house. But even me, I've gone times when things are hard. But what I do when I go shopping, this is a trick that I'll tell many, many people, whether you have money or you don't, plan your meals. When I cook for 3 days. It can be one little meat, but it's for 3 days. You just need to cut it into threes. That's it.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
I say food is just to keep your stomach going. You don't have to eat like there's no tomorrow. So me, I taught my son. I said, look, he's saying the kids are growing fast. Food is not far from their mind. Listen, Wakazi, I have a boy. You are telling me mine is 17. So terrestrials are even higher. And he's as skinny as everything. So how I teach him is you incorporate a little bit of salad. Vegetables are the ones you need to put a lot. The meat is a little to taste, and ugali. So my son, even sometimes I've run out of meat, I don't go shopping just like that. So I tell him you cook spaghetti with egg. So you see, lunch spaghetti with egg, and evening there's a meat. So if sometimes I also feel, Pauline, that I'm not going shopping, and there's,
Mhm.
let's say, a few meatballs left, I take two for me only, and then I give him six. You have to feed the men, Pauline. That's why now
Yeah.
yeah. So you have to sacrifice woman. This is the trick. Women, you need to, and then you think, oh, I'm dieting. You'll feel hungry, but give the children and the men food because I'm telling you, you don't. This is where the marriage will break. So I have a way of balancing that. I also cook corn flour. So like the other day I went to work, I made corn flour, egg, and meatballs. So I sort of like I didn't have to have spaghetti because I didn't want to cook spaghetti again to waste it. It was a matter of my son can finish the one we cooked yesterday, and I made corn flour. The white one, like it's round. The corn
Yeah.
flour. Yeah, it's tasteless. It's only you boil it. It's tasteless. Okay, you're supposed to put macaroni cheese, but I won't put macaroni cheese on it. So I substitute something else. Sometimes I have avocado, so I'll make salad for me and I give my son the plate. So there are many ways to balance things, and also teach the children to understand that they don't have to have biscuits and crisps and chocolate and fizzy drinks. You can make a different meal from something different, and leave it for, think ahead instead of thinking just for today. That's what I would
Yeah.
say, you know.
So
Mm,
that time it's when now we had exhausted everything,
yeah.
And one thing about me and Mwakazi is, even if we undergo some sort of pressure, we
Hmm.
try to make fun out of it, at least to
Yeah.
put us together. Because if we be serious on it, like a man, I'm going to break him up. I will break him in terms of, in terms of, I will make him feel bad. I'll make him like feel that he's not even caring for
Work.
me. You
Yeah.
feel? So we,
Hmm.
we tend to do like a more of fun or joke thing in it to make it. You'll see it in the video. You'll just laugh. You can go and watch it. You'll just laugh all about it.
Yeah.
How Mwakazi is and how we try fight our way. We fight and I made things
And you
very
make
fast.
it. But that's why you're match in
Yeah.
heaven. There's Eric who says here, Wakazi Fitness, you are reminding me the novel, The River and the Source, young men should eat. Yeah, but you see, I know Pauline, that's what I'm saying. So when I was a bit, Wakazi is telling me, do me, I thought it was a collabo, but now it was more like, okay, if a little bit can help to do my fitness and it's helping you guys as a family, for me, I've opened up to say, I don't have, guys. You got to understand, people. Please, we live in Maju. We are the same in Kenya. Like we don't have. You can stretch a little bit to help someone else, because maybe my situation is better. That for me, I know I have tomorrow to buy food. But for you, maybe Pauline, like you said, Mwakazi, no income is coming, because maybe I'm a Kenyan and I know that income, you don't know if it's gonna come today or tomorrow. But in the
Yeah.
end of the day, I'm glad you did it, because we have met now, and I'm not going to allow it. Me, I just be coming and telling you people, you can still live together and live separate lives, but you're together. You're not splitting. Don't split Pauline for the Belgian man as well. Mwakazi will start saying, she left me for her ex.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know one thing I understand about Mwakazi is, if he knows you don't like something, he doesn't push you to that corner.
Yeah.
And now the fact that this guy was starting to make threats and calling me at the middle of the night with so many different numbers,
Mm,
he would pick and tell him, what do you want? Like, why are you disturbing my wife? Can you
mm,
stop calling my wife? And
yeah.
now this guy gave a promise that one day he will come. And the funny thing about people, or I don't know what people think, they know everything. The guy knows everything about Mwakazi. He knows he's a TV presenter. I don't know who told him he's a TV presenter, but he knows he's a Swahili. He knows the name Mwakazi. He knows about his family. He knows everything, all the details about him. So, but I know he can't do anything, because
Mm,
I won't change. I'll never change. I also tell Mwakazi, I'll never think, or I'll never sit down and cheat, because I've seen life in two both ways, where where African women think, or black women think, now that you have a white life is so good, you have money, you have get gifts, you visit so many places. And I've also tasted an African man who gives you everything that even you didn't get from the white. So for
mm.
me, I know how it both feels from
Balances.
both
Yeah.
sides. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I always tell him I'll never sit down and think of cheating on him, because if I decide to cheat, I would have cheated after
Long time.
I've left my white. I left the white guy. I would have looked for another white person,
Mm,
or I will now think of going back to Africa or getting a colored man. I would have got a rich person. You see, I would gone for these rich people to sustain my lifestyle, from a white to now an African who is more richer to still keep up with my lifestyle. But
mm,
for me, I was not looking for lifestyle. I was looking for a man to love. So I tell him I'll never sit down and think of cheating with another white person.
mhm.
Even if you take me right now to a club, or you take me to a hotel where there are these white people who come, like there's a joint in Northtown, Gong Road,
Gone road.
where white people come to dance these rumba, salsa things.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
And I tell him, even if you take me and take me there, you dump me there the whole day, nothing will happen, because I won't talk to any. My heart is already out.
Out
I
to
know
you.
what I'm doing. I know
You
I'm
want.
already married.
Yeah.
In my mind, I know I'm married. I know I have a family. I know I have a man to take care of, and I have a man to respect.
Perfect.
That's
And a
one.
man you love.
Yes.
You forgot a man you
Yes.
love.
And a
A
man
man
that I love.
you love. So you won't leave him because you love him.
Yeah.
Women, we stick if we love the man. If you don't love the man, you do. But let me think. Oh, Kevo has joined in. Kevo, you're late. You're usually number one on people's channels. But I didn't put a preview. Don't worry. Welcome, Kevo. Yeah, but what I would say to people is, even
Yeah.
those people who come and show you in Africa, they're living up here. They don't have. They're lying. They come, maybe the lifestyle here is better than Kenya when they left, because Kenya they were struggling, but all of us are living with no money. Maybe I
Yeah.
think Scandinavian countries, those Sweden, those one, if you meet a nice man who makes a good income, because there when they make their income and their houses, they're cheap to buy, you see. But me, I'm talking of UK now. Don't be cheated by anybody. We might dress, like I said, all these fancy things and show you a fancy car. Okay, let me tell you, my car is mine. I bought cash up front. I don't have loan on it. I don't have nothing on it, because me, I buy everything up front. Even when I come to
Mm.
Kenya, it's the money that I work, I save, and I spend it there, and it's done. Like yesterday, I went shopping. I'll show you what I bought, and that's it. But me, I don't have that thing of borrowing. So most people can buy a car now through finance. The finance is easy if you have a stable job. So if you buy the car on finance, you're paying every month a certain amount of money. 200,000 Kenya shillings. No, 200 pounds is about 20,000 Kenya shillings. Let's say 25 pounds, 25,000 Kenya shillings. So you're paying that every month. The car is not yours. It belongs to someone else. So it can be a brand new one now, 2021, and you see someone driving and saying, hey, hello. No, it's not theirs. They bought it with finance. Because buying a new car like that, you have to pay over 15,000 pounds. What would that be? Maybe 400,000 Kenya shillings. But
Mm.
let's put it this way, so me trying to divert it is, the car is on finance. The mortgage is very high, like you're paying over 200,000 a month for the mortgage, but your income is low. So
Yeah.
when you're two people, the man maybe pays for the house and pays for the car, and the woman goes to buy the food and pay, or the man can pay electricity, everything. So when now me, I'm an African woman, I've moved in with a European man. So when I move in, he'll go and buy me a car on finance because of his job. That's it. So when you see me driving and the brand new house, you know that this house is not even theirs. They are on mortgage for a very long time. Till you're 65, like I told you, you'll be paying off these mortgages. But that side of Sweden, Switzerland, Danish countries, those sides, their houses are very cheap. So the income they make, they can buy the house on mortgage. When you're in UK now, even my own children, they work. My son works two jobs to try and get. He can't. This is why I'm coming to Africa. But I'm in a good position where I don't have debts. So everything I have is mine. I've bought over the years. I've been here a long time. So if I show you anything, I've had these things for a very long time. Like I said, I'm old fashioned. I don't just go out to buy stuff. Me, I'm not into Louis Vuitton. I'm not buying bags of 10,000 or shoes of 5,000. If I walk down the hill in Africa, the hill will just break. I've spent 5,000 on a hill. Come and buy land. But a lot of people are materialistic because they didn't have when they were raised. Me, probably because I was raised with the stuff. I'm not materialistic. So when you look at us here, we're on the same boat. So when I say to you, I may be in a better position, Pauline, where my income, because I'm working, is constant. So I can say, okay, Pauline, a little bit here, a little bit there. You understand? Or anybody else I can send, for mobile, take, put, top up. Doesn't mean I have, because I still have responsibility like you. I
Yeah.
pay for my house, I have electricity to pay, gas, and we pay monthly. There's no, like Kenya, you can change the board and tell him next week, next week, next week, or go talk to the bank manager next week. No, everything here you have to pay monthly. So by the end of the month, when I look, I may have a little something left over, and that's what I can send someone. Okay, top up your mobile for credit. But
Yeah.
when you talk to people, bring me a mobile phone, bring me this, they don't understand the system. So
Yeah.
it's like what you're saying, we're going through the same thing. And this is why I would tell everybody that whether we are in Europe or America or anywhere, stop looking at other people. Like Pauline, I look at you and Mwakazi saying, how I'm happy for you. You guys are even together. Here, even a man to find you can't find. They just want to enter your bed. This Tinder here, our Tinder here is literally, if you want to sleep with someone tonight, this is it. You meet them in the car. That's it. Or you go to the house, it's done. You understand? But the
Yeah.
problem is, it's all about where you heading and what you have. You can't look at someone else what they have. Like I went with a friend last night. We split the bill, split. There is no, if she orders a cocktail, me, I bought her the bottle of wine. I said, ah, it's for me because me, I'm not. I hate this splitting. I'm not. I'm just that kind of person. I'd rather pay the whole bill and forget it. But we
Mm-hmm.
split everything. This is my best friend. She even she when I met some guy, she told me, no, Penny, today it's only me and you. She wants to spend time with me and me. But we ate lunch, split bill. If she pays, I transfer to her phone there and there. What's your account number? Put your name here. I transfer there and there. You see,
Mm-hmm.
there's no sharing. I paid more. She bought her train ticket. I bought mine. We met in London because her side goes the other way. My side goes the other way. And I told her nighttime, if I go to her station, nighttime, me coming back, my ticket does not allow. And if you get an inspector, it's more trouble. So I told her, no, let's meet there. So we met there. But if you do that in life and do the same thing to people, I'm saying is living in Europe and people saying someone Caucasian, a lot of girls are all into it. Yes, be into him. I think the attraction is there. Even me, I'm not saying I'm not attracted to the Caucasian, but I've chosen not to have nonsense with it because I also believe if I'm going to move in with a Caucasian now, I want him to have paid off all his mortgage. I want him to have an income that when I move in, I'm comfortable. Why would I leave my home to go and live with someone Caucasian and he's struggling to pay for the bills? And when you come also, when you're African woman, you come with a child that is not yours, especially a black kid. Don't be cheated. They don't take this kid, they pretend. And the grandparents do not love our kids. I'm telling you, it's very difficult. Even if you're married to him is married you because of skin color, is attracted to it. The parents now is the problem. They'll tell
Yeah.
you the parents refuse to accept, whether mixed race kid, whether whatever you want to call it. Even if they are saying, oh, hello, grandchild, hello, my daughter lives with a grandmother. I went through hell. I just left her alone. She was very nasty to me. You call her, she doesn't want to know. I have a kid by your side. She don't want to know. But it's the best thing she ever had is now my daughter there. You see, it takes time and you just leave it. And she realized my daughter was clean. The woman the day she realized this child was clean, was stopped potty training. Every time I packed a suitcase, everything, even the cot, I packed everything. And those days, me, I just used to buy my kids clothes, like the latest they had. My kids had the best clothes. If I show you some outfits, my daughter had little ones. They are so pretty, even you think they're for a doll. This woman just fell in love with my daughter because she was clean. But at the beginning, she did not want to know. It's very funny how people talk. And now she lives with her, and they're very happily. My daughter now obviously is older. She's 24, so she lives there. They have horses. My daughter is in a good place. When I tell you people, life God plans for you. My daughter is in a big house, only her with the mother of the father. That's it. In a big house, horses, everything. She works. She's a regional manager of the area. She's doing very well. And now, when I saw the woman the other day last year, you can see she's bowing down to me. Hi, how are you? Hey, and it feels good. But at the beginning, she did not want to accept. She don't want to accept. She don't want. But she was a good woman. And I stopped fighting with her on the telephone. She used to refuse my daughter TV. I told her you don't need the TV. In fact, when you become a big grown up, they'll be having a 100-inch. Now they're almost reaching 80 inches TVs. I said you'll buy a big one and you put it everywhere in the house. I just say respect her rules. But I would say to people, it don't matter which person you marry, as long as
Yeah.
you're in love. As long love me, Pauline, my story, my teenage, my boyfriend, 8 years, was my love of my life. And this guy gave me everything as I know what love. This is why I say I'm old fashioned. I'm looking for a man. That's what he used to do. Take me to the movies. Even when we go clubbing, I want to eat the chicken in the club. The DJs are crazy over me in the club. They're giving me free chicken. Bubbles. I don't know if anyone knows if you're watching Bubbles. Was the in part in Nairobi. They have locked it down. Opposite, is it the museum opposite? There used to be a nightclub, casino. The casino was called Bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
So he spoiled me rotten. He did everything for me. So I know, Pauline, when you say love, I know what it means. This is why maybe I find it difficult because as soon as you tell me the B word, bitch, here those languages, bitch, you
Yeah.
nigger, you asshole, you F off this, you fucking, that swearing. This is our English over here. I'm done with you because when you met me, I was the sweetheart. Now I'm already now the bitch. You know, because those are bad
Yeah.
words. Those are bad words now. You know, you're cooking, you're cleaning. The African way, you're doing everything to keep the man. And then Caucasian man, it is double the work. You know, African man, you just take out the wig. Mine is extension, guys. I can't take it out. But when you get home, you just take out the wig and throw it there with your cornrow. And he loves you so natural. And you can wear your jeans and your t-shirt. A Caucasian man, it's like you have to dress every time sexy, like you're going to bed. The what you wear in bed is like what you have to wear around the house. The figure has to be intact. Competition, you understand? Because if you're not, you'll come to Africa or you'll meet another one online and you're gone. So that's why you find a lot of those people in those sides, Belgium, Sweden, they're three. Because I saw one of our people have moved back, but I don't want to mention names. This is not their channel. This is me and good people. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know what most okay, what I most I when I go places and I hear someone, or I go to the salon and hear someone saying that I want a white man, I want a white man. I'm like, do you truly know what it comes? But I always tell myself, okay, that was me. I went through that because it was me. No, it's you. You want a white man, or you want another type of a man from another country. It's you. So you don't know what it takes to have. So never like jump to a relationship because you've seen your friends being married by whites. Never rush to a relationship because you've seen married by a Swahili. Don't do that, because personally, when I was growing up, my mom had told us there is these tribes that I don't want to hear. I don't want even to see those people in my house. There is a certain tribe that
yeah, yeah,
most of Kikuyu, Meru, you're told you can
yeah.
marry anyone else, but not
But
a
those
certain
are
tribe. We don't want those. We don't want those tribes. You see,
mhm.
and now you're like, okay. So when things started going wrong with my ex, then my mom was like, you can even get that person to marry you, and I'm like, you said you don't want that tribe, let me
Mm,
just follow my heart. I want it from my heart to get a man that who loves me. I don't want to get a man who is, they think they're rich, they think they're superior, they think they're famous, they think no. I
yeah.
just want that person who will be there for me.
Mhm.
I might be not very well educated, I might not be smart, I might be naive, but as a person who is ready to just carry on with your madness.
Yeah,
If you can't stomach my madness, then we can't
yeah.
stay together. Or if I can't stomach his madness, then
Then you can't, yeah.
yeah, I
Even like
can't.
I think when we also have African guys, you can go drinking, the next day you're like, oh, hangover, you're like, and then you still go today, the friends call you, you still go drinking again. Me, I used to sky I put my mom through hell. By the way, me, I was a wild child. I even climbed the gates and everything because the watchman used to refuse me to go out there. He's been instructed by my dad, but me, I was like, piss off, I'm a teenager. Yeah, I have to be in bubbles. Yeah, we used to, Pauline, every Friday you had to be in bubbles. And then end of the month was Simbangoma in Carnival. I don't know if anyone remembers. But quickly, let me just say hi to, Coach Remy, welcome. I'm sure you're doing your fitness, but us guys, we are chatting here today. Happy Sunday. Everybody, welcome. He says the system here is built to make a money slave. Once you've have a mortgage, the system has a slave for the next 30 years. That's it, exactly. So when you get a mortgage here, like 30 years, 60 is the retiring time that you actually own this house. By the way, all our houses, you own them, but you freehold, you just own the land that is by your garden. So you don't have the community out. Your house is built like this. So any
Yeah.
land around it is not yours. It belongs to the government. So you see, it's not like Africa. If you buy that land, it's yours. This is why we have that inheritance. You can go back to grandma house and all this because it's just there. You can even, if you are defeated from the city, you go back home. Your land is there. But here, it's never going to be yours. And then you don't write a will. It goes to the government. But cutting the story short, Pauline, with the relationship situation, like you said, when it comes to Caucasian, and which I've learned as well, me, I've refused them now because the drama that comes with it, like you said, you meet the guy, it's all well and good, and you live in a nice small house. They all have squared houses and not enough room. And me, I have big boys. I said, I cannot put my children in that situation. I move grown up boys, or that time they're small. But I'm thinking, and I'll educate this to women. Now my boys are big. Imagine if I'm living with a Caucasian person, they are going to be kicked out because he'll be telling me these men are almost whatever age they need to go because he don't want them anymore in the house. But when he met me when they were little, he allowed them to live. So you'll find even a lot of Caucasian men, when your boys get to a certain age, 18, 19, and you have a colored boy, they don't want this boy in the house anymore. They start pushing the mother, take your kid out. Take your kid out of our house. Why is he still living here? He's 18. Because that's their mentality. They don't know you're trying to help them earn their money, because certain parents, you let the kids live in your house even till they're 30, so they collect their money to go and buy now a mortgage, because most of them, they cannot buy at 18, 19. The mortgages are not going to give them, the banks will not give them the loan to buy the house or the flat or whatever they are buying. So you need to live in your parents' house until you get a certain amount. But like I said, not everybody, but majority of the Caucasian men, you have a African boy or African, okay, girl, usually they have no problem, because girls, when you have the testosterone of this is a colliding to the marriages, and you'll hear many, I don't know if they can come in and say I'm saying wrong, but you'll hear that person is no longer with that person, because you know why? You have a different children, you have a different culture in your house, and they don't want to know. They push you out. They tell the kids go. They just want you, because like you said, the Caucasian man just wants the woman. He doesn't want to know your family. Even your family, he'll never help them. How many families, if you can ask right now, those women who are married to those Caucasian men, who have they brought their brothers to that country? Have they brought the cousin to help in that country? Ask how many of these women, us African, is married to Caucasian, and this Caucasian man has helped the family to come and have citizenship in the country. This is what I'm telling you. This is where now the boundaries come in many situations. But let me not talk too much, because I don't want people coming to attack me. Oh, that is bullshit. No, no, no. I'm asking you as my sisters, how many of you have brought your other part of your families, whether you get on with your brothers and sisters, to give them a chance to be in Europe or America? Please come and tell me, or EU, whatever where you live. Just tell me, as long as you've left the country, how many of you are married to a Caucasian and you've helped? Please comment, come for me with this. If it's not a lot, if it's one person, fine. Please, I need statistics. Tell me there's 99 or no 8, let's say even 60, let's say even 40%. Please, if you have 40%, you know, a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, please write there. Oh, I know so and so have brought the cousin, have brought the male brother. Males I'm talking about, not women. Women, we always find our way. We can never lack. Even if I'm broke, I will be in Kenya, I'll find a Caucasian, he'll fly me here. But I'm talking as in my brother, to my cousin, to my men. How many of you women are living here and you've brought these brothers of us trying to go to America through green card? Please tell me, because this is what I need to know. This is what I'm saying. So this is what teaches you in many ways of that. But let's leave that story. So it's nice, Pauline, we shared. We've been here a long time. And everyone who's watching, thank you, because this has been a good chat. I've loved it so much. I've learned more about you. I've learned your story. I'm inspired by it. And thank you for sharing it. I wish now, I'm not saying I want a MWAKAZIS, but even me, now you told me at Taita. But I usually date Kalenjin. Kalenjin, I'm open to your. Me, I like the tall, dark. Me, I tell you, people want to go live with Masai. I'm going to look for a husband in Masai land. But Masai land, they like too many women. I don't know if I can cope with too many women. I want to be the only one. But if I've got no choice, I'll have to accept. Me, I like to be the first woman, to then the rest can follow me.
They're good. They're good. They're not bad people. They're good. I think of late, everyone has the culture has changed. So many people are educated and they're learned. So they know all these things. Yeah.
So it's nice. Jan Space has just joined us. Welcome, love. You're late. Sorry, I just decided to do this morning. It was supposed to be planned. We let everyone know, but unfortunately, we just woke up and we said, let's do this. So is there anything else you'd like to share of your experiences now, or what are you doing in the future? Like anything coming up in your channel? You can tell people about your channel again, because if they're just joining, they don't know you. Yeah.
Basically what happened is when I joined my channel is because I felt that I don't want to go into depression when COVID started and when we lost everything. So to keep myself sane and to be there and the support that MWAKAZIS gave me, I said, let me just start a channel to encourage people maybe. And you know, if you're discouraged, you can't encourage someone. When you feel you're down, you're depressed, or you have stress, you can't encourage someone on anything. even
Yeah.
on how to
Yeah.
put yourself together when you have your P's or your menses, now I can't start telling you you should do like this and this and this, whereas myself I can't do it. So I started my channel to keep myself sane and to just push my time and not to think so much about
Yeah.
what is happening
What
around
is
us.
right?
So my channel was all about cooking, cleaning, cooking and cleaning mostly, and travel. When we travel now, we document all the things we do on the way, whatever we see, whatever we eat, the traditional and cultural foods. So that was what my channel came about. And that's when I came to learn there is so much into YouTube. Now you can talk to people, you can advise people, you can share your experiences with people and let people know more about you. So when I started it, it was all about a girl thing. It was all about me trying to learn, trying to do things on my own, not stop like pushing. I want to be on, now I'm not a fitness guru,
Yeah.
but I just know a little bit of fitness. So I was like, I want to tell my hubby, babe, let's cook some fish and put it in your channel. And it's not a cooking channel. I'm like, babe, can we do like our story, maybe tell people stories, but we can't. No, this channel it's all about pure fitness. So when I got my channel and I started doing anything and everything to it, putting, you know,
Your
I
life.
cook ugari,
Yeah.
githeri, everything there. But I never spoke about myself until when Tuko came in. And I came to understand so many people undergo stress, so many people go through things that they don't share. Like us women, we have things that we don't even want to share with other people. You're scared. Oh, people are going to call you barren. People are going to say bad things about you. It's all about marriage. Now, do you have to hold yourself back because you're married to this person, you leave this person, and people start talking about you? No, it's not about what people think. It's all about you, what you feel. It's your life. If you die, you'll die alone. You'll be buried alone.
Yeah.
You go to heaven alone or to hell alone. There is nowhere you will say the society think I'll go to heaven. No, don't look like a saint when you're not. So I tell people, live your life. For me, coming out and sharing out about my white ex, it's not because I'm happy about it, but it's because I learned it the hard way, and I don't want someone like a sister or a cousin, a friend, to go through the same mess I went through in the name of love, trying to hold on things that are not working for the name of
Working
love.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, you better get a poor man who has nothing, but he loves you, and try to build your love or your relationship or your wealth. Try create a paras, the two of you. So when I got to Tuko and I came to erase, so many people go through a lot. That's when I changed my channel, not from anything else, but at least to try and encourage persons out there. Because I've got so many people contacting me, even men. There's a guy who was trying to talk to me the other day about being married, having a kid, and all their love is going south. But not trying to talk, that's a man who is trying to reach me. But before, you couldn't get a man trying to call someone and hear, oh, my love is going like, and it's hard to get media. Right now, you can't go like, let's say you want to talk to Citizen TV. You want to tell them you're undergoing such problems. You won't get those people. So I'd give people a platform in my channel to speak out, to maybe tell someone who, maybe to address their issue. Maybe there's someone outside there who is having the same challenge. How are you going to solve this? Or do you have a solution to this? Can people come in and advise you and tell you what to do? And now that's why I had to change the name now to be MWAKAZIS family, because now the kids were involved and now my husband has to be involved because this is a family channel. Now that's what we do. So basically my channel is all about family issues, relationship, food, cooking, and yeah.
And you forgot to bring the stories. You told us about how Ugandans do some women stuff. You guys, this
Oh,
is very interesting. Please, you must go and watch Pauline. If you don't know of our channel, it's called MWAKAZIS and its family. So Mwakazi is MWAKAZIS at the end, family. Subscribe to her. It's interesting. She's done the latest one of a Ugandan woman. I think yesterday there's another one out. Also, their marriage almost
yeah.
broke down, and this was obviously to talk of her experience of the previous, where she loved someone, but it looked like he said he loved her, but in the end of the day she came to find out he's not who he is, almost killing her and stuff like that. So what I would also say, Pauline, is thank you, because you've shared your website, I mean your channel, and you've come out of your shell. Because I'll say to you now, when I watched a bit of your other channels, you could see you're a bit nervous on camera. Me, I'm just open. So me, people think I'm very confident, but me, I'm just one of those people. Nothing is gonna make my head break. I've learned one thing: cut my arms, cut my legs, like cut me down here. But no one is ever gonna take my brains, because this is the power of your body. It's the one that helps you function okay. But you anyway, Pauline, so you've shared this story with us to let us know about obviously what has happened to you. But from the time I've watched some of your videos, you looked a bit shy. But now, even to talk to you, I can feel you're happy to do this. And it's good Mwakazi has pushed you that do your own thing.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to be mentally depressed all the time, he's working hard, he's trying to bring money for the family, and you're just looking, oh. But now you've got to do YouTube as well, to understand what it takes, how long it takes, because then the understanding comes in. And this is where you're not going to break in this marriage. You're going to make it work, because now even your income will come in and you can work together. But even for anybody who's watching us, if you don't have a camera, you don't have to be shy. Just use your phone until YouTube pays you to buy a camera. Don't go rushing to buy a camera if you don't have money, because you leave yourself short. YouTube doesn't pay you, and then now you're still struggling. Just use your camera. Like I saw Derek the villager. I told him the other day, Derek, why don't you just film your village? And guys, you got to film more than 8 minutes. I would say even 10 minutes, so that YouTube can monetize you. Don't rush like other YouTubers in Kenya, Africa, who are big. You want to become like that. Do just your content. Even do about just where you live, and talk anything, because someone else will have an audience who will look at you and like your story. It may take time. Yes, you might ask people to subscribe to your channel, but that's not going to grow it. What you need to do is just put your content. And YouTube looks, I think you've got to have 150 videos, guys, before even they look at you. So I'll tell you now, it's 150. You might have to put 200 videos before even you get monetized. Some people are lucky. One day they put one and it goes through. Another they take forever. But Pauline, thanks for sharing your story. It's so
You're welcome.
encouraging. And thanks, and take care of those kids. And guys, we're going to start doing a cooking channel. Now we did this live chat because I want to talk this with Pauline so much. To find the time, I found it today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for following us. And now we're going to do a cooking program. So we're going to go off and we're going to start planning it. And 1 week she'll cook something showing me. 1 week I'll cook something showing her. Mainly, I'm good at baking, guys. If you didn't know, I'll try. Maybe that day I might bake and the cake might not be ready. Because when people are watching you, everything goes wrong. It's like you're in pressure, being told someone is coming to your house, your mother is coming. You're trying to arrange everything. Everything goes wrong. You are so good at mandazi when you are relaxed making them, and today when you make them, they flop. They don't even rise. They're not even ready because of pressure. But
Yeah.
we'll try our best. So we've decided P&P. So me and Penny, that's Pauline. And thank you for joining us. So is there any last thing you'd like to say, Pauline? Because we've gone 2 hours and almost 50 minutes now. Um,
My parting shot, I'd love to say just be you, be real, and just love the person who loves you. They love you, love them back. And be you. Don't be that superhero, that superwoman. You think you want your love life to be here, and you yourself, your life is, you
down.
know,
Mhm.
yeah. So just be you, be real, and appreciate the people who love you. Yeah.
Yeah, we do, and it's love for Mama Nation. Yeah, to your family. So
Thank you
if
so much.
everything, yeah, like I said, I'm friends with you, Pauline. I know you guys had gone through a hard time. I watched the thing that almost broke your marriage, but like I say many times, I'm here. I'm your friend now for life. And if you ever need, even reach out to me if you want to talk personally about personal issues. You talk. I won't discuss it with anyone else. I'm here for you as usual. I will
Thank
be
you.
here for you, and a very, very long time. It's not just a one-off. When I tell people that, I'm for real. If I never tell you, I can throw you tomorrow. So when I say friend for life, you are. And I want to say thank you for coming and joining me this morning. And have a good. Is it afternoon there? I don't know what time is it. What time is
It's
it?
It's already lunchtime
Yeah,
here.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say, we say here, I say me, I'm gonna love and leave you because I know you need to cook lunch. The kids are waiting on you. They're like, oh my God, where is this woman today? She's disappeared. And it's Sunday. Sunday, it's family time. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, Pauline, and everybody who's joined us. Thank you so much. Start watching the video. It's about Pauline when she dated a Caucasian man, and now she's married to a black one. It's the differences is how she's happy today. She's had her marriage for 6 years. I will put links down here on this video when I finish now on her story on how she met Mokazi on Tuko Talks. There's also a link on which other one did you do on this story? Have you done any other on these stories?
Uh, why the reason why I went to Tinder and now how 20 shillings almost broke our marriage.
Yeah, our marriage. So I'll put that on those two, three links I'll put. And also Mwakazi is my fitness. So if you've seen my videos live before and I'm trying to exercise there, he's so quick. I'm like, oh, every Sunday. So thank you very much, guys, for joining us. Eric, there's Jane Space, there's All African Mama, and I think there's few other people which I mentioned earlier on. Have a good day today. Be blessed. It's Sunday. Blessings from me, blessing from God, and take care of that family, Pauline, and we shall chat soon. And thank you so much for joining me today. I'm very
You're
happy
welcome.
I've done this.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Have a good day, darling. Thank you. All right. See
Bye
you then.
bye.
Bye.
Thank
All
you.
right. Bye.
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 Okay.
Hi, Coach. Yeah, Coach is there. Hello, Coach. Happy Sunday to all of you. Anybody who wants to ask me questions, please do. A quick thing. I was working the whole of last week, so I wasn't able to join you. Fitness coach, I wasn't able to join you. Sorry, because I've been working and coming home, sleep, wake up the whole of last week. I'll try and do one with you one of these days. Coach, I'll watch you. I'll check when is your next fitness. I think it's usually tomorrow as well in the morning. So, guys, I'm going to love and leave you. Happy Sunday to all of you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching me. And I'm here, and now I'm off again from work. So, I'll be able to do more films. I did. I went to London also yesterday. Guys, I'm suffering. I went to London yesterday. I drank a bit. London was having fun yesterday. And obviously, I woke up because we had planned this. I didn't premiere it because I just was busy and it happened. So I have new content of London. I understand you, Penny. Thank you, Fitness. Yeah, because some of you I might not have watched your videos and then you wondered, where have I gone? I've just been working, no time. But I will, anyone I support and watch, who's my friend who follows me and I have your channel and I've subscribed to you, I'll watch your content and I'll comment so you know I've watched it. Yeah, so I was in London yesterday. I taped for you guys. It was so much fun. So this is not about the London video. This was about the relationship when you love someone and they don't love you back. That was Pauline. Please subscribe to her channel. She's quite a nice lady and her husband is MWAKAZIS Fitness as well. Very nice couple. Shared her story. Very interesting. And it will teach you guys quite a lot. So I'm going to love myself. I'm going to go. I've not had breakfast. I'm going to eat something and be blessed. And it's happy Sunday. And we say thank you to the Lord for everything we have and take care of yourself. And I'm going to say love, kisses. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. Have a good day and take care. And I'll see you soon. And I'll be starting to edit yesterday's videos. This video, I hope I videoed everything you need to see in London. There's a place called Brixton. So we went there, it felt like Africa. So there's a place in London that looks like African shopping. So I've done it for you. But see you guys soon. Mwah. Take care. Happy Sunday. Bye-bye. Thank you. Mama Nation here. See ya.